everybody, welcome to D&Dorks. I'm still not Matthew. And this is, I know, shocking. I'm actually going to slowly turn into him more as the series goes on. You're just going to start seeing Spider-Man behind me.
Yo, new RHRT just dropped.
Yeah.
Wait, can I make fun of you for a second, Jess?
Yeah, you can make fun of me. Go for it.
I've seen Jess DM quite a bit. But for this campaign, very specifically, because I think she's DMing D&Dorks in a full arc, she started picking up on some of Matthew's mannerisms. I don't know if y'all have noticed this or not. Have y'all noticed this? Is it just me?
God, I didn't notice this until you pointed it out to me, and I was so embarrassed.
I mean, I don't have a baseline for just like not DMing D&Dorks.
Yeah. That's
So-
so fair.
That's
Maybe I'll point it out if it happens in this episode or something like that. But it'll be like, just
Please
Point
do.
it out in
I'm
the
very
edit.
curious.
Put little notices on screen.
like,
a
she's
little
imitating
counter.
Matt.
if it's not too
mannerism.
intrusive, just be like, Jess is doing the Matt thing. Anyways.
I rewatched a bunch of D&Dorks before doing this, just because I wanted to like make sure I kept the vibes the same for everybody. And apparently, I'm just turning into Matt. So my
That's how it
my
happens.
intro of "I'm still not Matt" may not work by the end of this. I'm gonna just I'm completely thrown. Hi everybody. Welcome to episode 3 of One Day at a Time.
Woo!
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
baby.
Sorry, I had to do it.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Where did we pick off or end off last time? Did we start our next day, or did you guys just die?
We all died.
We
I
just
believe.
died.
Yeah,
Cut the green wire, boom, everyone dead.
Okay. So if we haven't started the next day, then let's have a little bit of void time for everybody, because you all died fairly early in the day.
I did get my void time last time.
Yeah, you got
It
your
wasn't
void time.
productive.
It was more interesting than I think. You were more heroic than I expected. Your void time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
Maybe more heroic than he expected.
This
Much
is
more
true.
so.
Yeah. So just quickly to recap for the previous episode, you did 2 days of looping. You found out that you can get these interesting gears that you can use to kind of start to rebuild the city, since it's all weird and funky. Dreg Douglas had a kind of like a heroic fucking death, and got some void time where the person talking to him in the void was like, I didn't expect that. And I believe Razer used magic, which is kind of weird for a fighter.
Yeah. That's right. How interesting.
Was there anything else important that I missed in the recap?
Razer also got given a wizard's home.
Oh, that's true.
Right.
Yeah,
Every
Razer has a
house.
wizard tower now.
Gregor Leroy left everything to my service provider, including making her my service provider. Interesting.
Yeah.
I gotta check out my
Wild.
new crib at some point in time.
We'll have to do that.
But I think we will start with Fia. And Fia, remind me of your in character, like in costume name, because it's been a second since we've said that. It's like the Steel Wing of Justice.
The Falcon Wing of Justice.
Falcon Wing of Justice. That's right. Thank you. So you wake up in a dark void. You can't see anything, but you're just kind of floating there. It's not bad, but it's not nice either. It's peaceful, but a little bit cold. And somebody goes, "Hello?"
Hell. I thought we couldn't die.
I don't think you're dead. I think you're just in between. Can you? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Who is this? Where the hell am I?
My name is May. You don't know me, but are you in the city? The city of the goddess? Are you in the Clockwork Citadel?
Not right now.
Well, okay, yeah, no, I guess that makes sense. But like, are you normally?
Yeah, hasn't been much normal about the past couple of day.
Okay, yeah, you're kind of in the middle. So I'm trying to reach The Falcon Wing of Justice. Do you know who that is?
There's like a moment of him just being like really quiet. It's like,
You a fan?
No, to be honest, I don't really know who you are, but you saved the children?
again, like that look.
How do you know that?
They're here. They're with me.
They're here.
safe. Well, not where you are. They're where I am. I'm trying to talk to you. I'm using magic. You kind of.
Wait, you're outside of the whole tiny loopy the day repeat thing.
Yeah. We're safe. Don't worry about that. But the kids are safe. Just, well, most of them. There's a kid, one of the students. His name was Caleb. Caleb Callahan. He saw you fighting, and he was a big fan. And he got off the platform. We think he's still in there. I think he wanted your autograph, and then everything happened fast.
Wait, so you're saying there's a kid who didn't make it get out?
Yeah, because he wanted to meet you.
Oh hell, son of
And I don't know what to do about that, but I think you needed to know, or at least someone needed to know. I don't know. We're not really supposed to contact you, so I can't. I have to. Actually, I have to go. Just look out for. And that just cuts off. Just mid-sentence.
a... No, like, his name was... Oh hell. What the hell did that kid look like?
And like Fia's gonna be searching his memory, trying to figure out like does he remember who the hell this kid is? Probably not, because he was doing an event and like there's always like a million kids and you don't remember every single face.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you'd have to have a pretty good roll to remember what that is. I could give you, I don't know, history or insight or whatever you want to try to remember, but
let's try a history roll to see if he lucks out on it. That's a 10.
yeah, you don't.
Yeah. There was a lot of kids, but yeah, no, that's going to be on his mind. For however long he stays in the void, that's what he's going to be thinking about real hard.
Yeah. Now let's go over to Razer. Claire,
Yes.
you wake up in a dark void. It's cold. It feels... Well, it doesn't really feel like anything. It's not bad. It's not good. It just sort of is. And after a moment, you just hear a voice, and it goes, "Did you like it?"
Oh, hello? Who is that?
"It's me. Did you like the power?"
Power.
"You used her power. Just like you said."
Yeah, I used to. Who are you?
"We've met. Last time. The first time you were here, rather.
I don't think I remember.
We made a deal. Your sister died. You wanted revenge.
Yeah. And we made a deal? What kind of deal?
Well, I guess it's a temporary deal. My master's not really here right now, and I'm kind of in charge of things, but I gave you her power. A little bit, as much as I can.
Your
You
master?
would...
Who was
Death.
that? Oh,
Death.
is that what happened? I used your master's power?
A little.
Oh.
You'll get better at it. But you promised that you would send some people to her in exchange for a better spot for your sister.
Wait,
But I don't think she's dead.
wait, I'm sorry. No, she's not dead. Yet. I don't understand. I said I said I would send you people? What?
Revenge. People who killed your sister. You said you'd kill all of them.
I mean,
Didn't you want the power to make them pay?
I do.
So what's the problem? Use it. Make them pay.
I don't know.
Can you give me a perception check?
That's 8.
The voice is a little closer than it was a moment ago. And it says, "Do you not want the power?"
No, I do. I just, I don't know. It feels weird. I made a deal with death and that I would kill people to get my revenge. Like that, that doesn't sound like me. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it does. My sister just died. You know. I would have.
You were angry. And you didn't make a deal with death. I'm not death. Think of me like her secretary.
Death has a secretary.
Yeah, I mean, she's a very busy woman, and sometimes she's not around.
Oh my god. I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't understand. Look. I want to save my sister. And maybe if I had seen her die, yeah, I would be mad and revenge would be what I wanted, but what happens to the ones I send here?
They get their due.
And they all deserve what they get?
They get the same shake that everyone else does. It's death.
Well,
Just a little faster. A little more
I know.
violence, a little more energy.
before this day and however many times I've lived this day, I never killed anyone. I never imagined that I would kill anyone. I was just supposed to be standing guard in case something happened, but these people, they're terrible. They're horrible. They almost killed children, for fuck's sake. I don't know. Maybe this is what they deserve. They deserve, this is what they deserve, and they'll get what they deserve. And maybe I'm the one to do it. Maybe I'll do it, and I'll do it because I want to save people, because I want to save my sister, and that's what matters. So yeah, you know what? I will take this power. I will use it. I will give these people what they deserve, because I'm fighting for something, and that fucking matters.
That's what I like to hear. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
All right, Otto. You wake up in a nice, bright room.
Huh.
There is the ground underneath your feet is solid. It feels warm. It feels nice. It feels right. It feels like you should be here. And you hear the voice of somebody that you recognize, but there's something wrong. It's hard to put your, sometimes thoughts are like water. You know, the tighter you grab, the more it runs through. You can't quite place whose voice this is, but it's an old man, and he's, a gentle voice, and he's just like, "Oh, how's it been so far?"
It's been well.
That's surprising. You've died, 3 times now?
Yes.
And that's been well? You're enjoying that?
Well, perhaps I don't enjoy dying, but with each life we gain information, which I do enjoy.
I don't think you realize how funny that is. Alright, well, I'm glad you're not, I don't know, suffering unduly. This didn't really work out the way we planned.
Almost all of my deaths have been instant. Perhaps there is a darker fate ahead, but
You know, I like this. I like this bright side version of you. This is... Yeah, okay. If you're fine, then I guess we're fine. But I'm here if you need me.
and what might I need you for?
I think you'll know when the time comes. And then you feel a hand on the back of your back, a hand on your back, and it just sort of gives you a gentle push. And you step forward and into the next morning, and you are standing in front of that old wizard's house talking to a detective. And he goes, yep, so, anyway, you'll take that package into your possession for now, and,
Thank you, Detective Rick.
yeah, you're very welcome. Did I guess I might have... I don't... Whatever. Anyway, you go do your thing. I gotta go clean up. Greatest wizard in the city's dead. Yeah, I don't know. Just hold on to that, and I'll have somebody figure out who should own it after. Yeah, anyway. And he just kind of turns around, treating you like you're not even there. And he's just kind of goes, all right, so you gotta take this off, figure out who the next of kin is.
I leave and go
All
to
right.
find the others.
You leave to go and find the others. Fia, you wake up again in the middle of Mr. Silver, your promoter's mismatched bedroom. He's sleeping like a baby. If you don't wake him up, he's not going to wake up.
Yeah.
There's a automata standing there going,
Yeah.
package delivery for...
Yes. Yeah. Package. Right. Cool. Hey, before you go, you wouldn't happen to know, Calloway family live anywhere around here?
Calloway. Yes, I know a Calloway family.
Cool. Could you get me the address for them?
I will request their permission to share their personal information.
No.
with you.
Don't. Never mind. I'll go find them somewhere.
Okay. Do you need
then
anything
this-
else? Just standing
no.
there.
You can go. And then, like,
Turns-
as the robot walks out, like, he does the thing of, like, laying back down in the hay, and like, that had better just have been a weird dying dream or something. Fuck. And he'll get up and he'll go off and try to find Razer's sister.
Smart call. All right. Dreg Douglas. You are waking up, as usual, in the middle of a sandwich shop with an automata locked in there with you, going, package delivery for Dreg Douglas.
I genuinely don't know which is worse, the dying or doing this shit every fucking morning. Give me the thing.
Here you are.
Okay, now break the wall.
The automata walks over to the nearest wall, which is not the one that you usually go out, and just starts smashing it with its fists. And it breaks a hole through into what appears to be like a blacksmith shop. And a woman goes, oh my God! Oh!
The other wall. You know what? That's on me. I forgot that you don't do the day thing. That wall, please, outside.
My apologies. And then it looks at the woman who's scared to death in her home/shop and goes, "My apologies. I was acting on the orders of a high-ranking city official." And then turns around and just goes and punches out the other door. And this lady goes, what's happening?
I don't have time. I do have time to explain everything that's happening, but I'm not going to do that. Do you make chest pieces? Because I've been getting stabbed lately, and I need to fix that.
Yeah, I do. I make chest pieces. Do you have money? And, I don't know, mortar?
Do I have... You are the robot, high-ranking city official. I am sure that I have money. Jess, do I have money?
Yeah, you have money. You're loaded.
Sick. I got money.
And she goes, okay, well, yeah, I can get you chest pieces. I have a magic forge. I can upgrade pieces, actually, too. So anything that you buy, I can give you magical resistances. You said you've been getting stabbed a lot?
Yeah. And a ton of other shit's gonna be happening to me, too. So, magic resistances, if there's any way it could not be bludgeoned or something like that, like really, literally, everything you could give me defensive-wise.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Magic resistance. I mean, it's not going to be cheap, but you said you have money. So magic resistance, bludgeoning resistance. I suppose I could do explosion resistance if you cared about that. Elemental resistance.
Shit.
Everything. Anything you could... Oh, my forge is weird. It's like somebody rearranged it, and it's in different parts.
Oh, well... See, I was getting frustrated because I was like, am I going to have to do this every time? But of course your forge is... Okay, so what? Will money still work, or is that out of the window now?
Oh, I can give you a regular chest piece.
But...
It doesn't do anything. We'd have to find some way to repair this forge and get my shop back open if you wanted all of that magic.
Yeah, I think I know how we can do that. God damn it. The one economy I don't have shit in. Yeah, I'll take a chest, please. Please.
Okay. Yeah, just, she, like, just kind of stops for a second and whips out a tape measure and just is like, can I get some measurements?
Yeah.
Right? And she takes some measurements and says, cool. Come by later when I'm more open and have figured out what's happening with my life, and I will have something forged for you.
Will that be before 11?
Yeah.
Or 12?
It'll be before 11.
Okay.
Surely. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
And then
I'm gonna get a fucking sandwich, because I died.
Yeah. Externally, from a DM point of view, if you want to use your thing that you can do as prep for the day, you can go get armor. Or you can get a sandwich, or you can, so it's just an additional thing that can be done.
How much XP do we get by using the morning to train?
5.
5.
Well, that would help me, but that's the
But I
least
have
in
a
character thing I
wizard's
could
tower
do.
to fix, or to go look at. So
Yeah, you can go look at a wizard's tower.
well, I gotta find my gang first.
I want to find Mouse Lady so I can know how many gears we need to fix the forge.
Speaking of Mouse Lady, Razer, you wake up to this figure standing in your room that you recognize so often that goes, package delivery.
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome. Turns around and walks away. And after just kind of a quiet beat, Mixie comes out of her door and goes, what's all the racket? Oh my god, I'm in somebody's house.
Hi, Mixie.
Hi, do I know you?
Yes. I've met you several times before. We've had this conversation several times before. I assume you know what's happening now?
Oh, is there a time loop?
There is a time loop.
Okay. What am I doing? Should we go meet Gregor?
That's So, I don't know why, but right before the time loop starts, I have to tell you that Gregor passed away about 45 minutes before the time loop starts. I'm so sorry.
Oh. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you were pretty good friends with Gregor, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a little bit difficult to tell you every time that Gregor died, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Can you write yourself a letter? And then I'll take that letter and memorize it, and then write it down every morning, and then just give it to you so that you can process things on your own. How does that sound?
She looks sad when you start this sentence, and this by the time you're done, she looks so excited, but like that kind of intense excitement that somebody gets when you've like touched on their hyperfixation and they're about to like have the best moment of their life, and she's like, I'll give you a code.
A what?
She goes, hold on. And she runs back into her house, and she comes back out, and she's got this like huge, like she's dragging this notebook that is bigger than she is,
Okay.
and it's got these grids, and it's got like numbers and letters and pictographs and things, and she's like, I have mapped out a code for every possible situation, and I think I can give you a handful of phrases and words, and I will immediately be caught up. Give me all of the details I could possibly have now.
Okay, just remember that I can't take this with me when I die, so I have to memorize this so I can give it to you. You understand this, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, here's what happens, and then I'm not gonna do this in person.
It's okay. I'm
just
not gonna
gonna
make you. I'm not gonna
Give Mixie an entire summary of what has happened thus far.
She looks at her book for a second and she goes, Falcon, Alpha, Romero, 113. If you say that to me first thing in the morning, I'll know exactly what you mean, and we can skip this whole conversation. I have prepared my whole life for this. I'm not the first mouse to be stuck in a time loop, but I'm the most prepared one in the history of mice.
I don't even want to know why you... This is... Well, first of all, that's incredible that you can get all of that info that I just told you. Sorry, Falcon, Alpha, Romero, 113?
Yes.
Okay. Honestly, I'm really impressed. I didn't think you can get all of that information into a code, but here we are. That's very impressive. I can remember that, and I will let you know that every morning, okay?
Okay, sounds good. How many gears do you have?
How many years do we have? Does
Good
anybody know?
question. We
Exactly.
did not really get that many
We've
yesterday.
already given Mixie 12, and then from yesterday I picked up 6. That's all I know.
I don't remember
I have none.
how many we picked up after the last 2 that died.
Wasn't it 3 per enemy? So six
Yeah,
total?
so six.
Okay.
Six.
So
sounds
then
right.
I got all the ones that we from the archers then, which I think it was archers then bombs. So I think that's
Yep.
it.
Jesus Christ.
And then
It's just archers and
we
then
got
bombs.
yeah.
Because
No more
the first
bomb.
room was the
XP.
treasure room, and there was no
Yeah.
enemies in there. We socially avoided that one.
We did get XP for that for bypassing the guard, but we did not get gears.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly how many we have. I think I remember one of us picking up 6. I don't know where the others are right now. Usually we
Oh.
first. Yeah.
Did you give them to me?
Oh, we gave you 12 last time.
She goes, I'll be right back. And she runs inside, and you just hear like just a thud, a thunk, lots of noise. Some just like random junk kind of like rolls out the front door, and she comes back just again, armful of gears, and she's like, awesome, 12 gears.
Yeah. Where did those come from? You kept those somehow through the time loop?
Yeah, it's not really a thing I'm doing. It's a thing that the gears do.
Okay.
Don't worry, I have a shoebox. It's a little outside of time. It's
Sure.
Don't worry too much about that.
Sure. It's just added to the list of things I don't understand. It's fine. I do have one question though, because this just kind of occurred to me recently. But where do these gears come from? Because we fight enemies in the tower, they die, and then these just kind of come from their bodies? Like, what are they and where are they coming from?
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that's where these came from.
You didn't know that's where the... Okay, yeah, great.
Yeah, no, these are my first time seeing these. I have a book that, again, not the first person to do this job. I'm sure I told you this in a previous life.
Okay.
I have a journal. It's a whole thing. It doesn't actually say... That's so weird, though. You just kill people and they drop gears?
I mean, yeah, they kind of just explode from the dead bodies. It's, yeah, I don't know.
And it took you 2 days to find that strange? The life of an adventurer is truly magnificent. And she starts like walking.
Just gonna like pause and like stand there with like hands like open, like about to explain, and then just like frozen, like, yeah, okay, you know what? And then gonna head off to haste.
All right. So everyone but Fia, I assume, is heading to haste if you're all looking to meet up. So we'll do Fia first. Fia.
Yeah, he would know, I think, something about where she is, because we did encounter her on, like, the first loop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could presumably just kind of find her where you found her the first time around.
Now I need to remember what the heck her name is. Actually, it's funnier if Fia doesn't remember. It's like, I think like he'll spot her like walking through the town, because presumably she's weirded out by everything. At which point he'll do the thing like raise a hand and open his mouth to be like, and then like realize he's forgotten what her name is and kind of go, oh, God damn it, God, what the hell was her name? Like to himself, and she'll like walk past, and he'll be like, oh shit, and he'll do the thing where he ends up following her again.
So you're just following her?
Just following her, but like going the whole time. It's like, Susie, no. Tabitha, no.
Okay. So this time, unlike last time, she rolled a little better on her perception check. And now she knows that a man she's never met before is following her. And let me pull up her list of spells really quickly.
Oh no.
Oh, good.
Right, go ahead and give me a quick perception check, Fia.
A quick perception check. That's a 6.
Tough.
All right. Yeah, she veers off into a back alley for some reason. Do you follow?
Yeah, I think Fia will look for her in there, but like he won't go in. Because that's like a little bit, that's when he sort of realizes, oh, wait, that might be a weird thing to do.
Yeah, so you look in the alley and you see her go into the alley, and you see her keep walking and walk right up into a wall and then through the wall. And as that happens, you feel a dagger pressed against the small of your back. And she's like, why are you following me? Who are you?
Oh, hi, hello, hi. Oh, that's sharp. That's real sharp.
Yeah, and I will push it in if you do not answer my question.
I
Today is
forgot
already...
your name.
Oh,
It's
you know my name.
You, Razer, your sister. She.
Oh, you know my
How
sister.
the hell do I begin?
The dagger
How the hell
starts to
do
get
I
a little
begin
more.
to explain any of this? Look, all the kids are gone, right?
You know what happened to my kids?
Yeah, sort of, kind of. One of the... over on the school, the platform with the glowy woom woom boom thing, that's gone now, and that's where the kids went.
She stops for a second.
But you don't remember that because it happened... could you... okay, maybe if not with the dagger in the back, please?
Okay, you said my sister knows you?
Yep, she's probably over at Haste by now.
Okay. Then let's go to Haste, and if she doesn't know you, I am stabbing you. And if she does know you, I am giving you a lecture about following women
That's my kidney!
into dark
I need
alleys. And she makes off to haste with you. Because following women is not the best way to make them trust you.
Razer is so proud of
Absolutely.
Sarah right now, even if she doesn't.
Sarah,
know.
that's well, no, he still doesn't know that.
So now, everybody over at Haste. We've got
On
Mixie
the way,
with
like-
you as well.
It's not Sally, right? It's Maria. No, okay, no, get that kid.
Yep, we are not on a first name basis. You will call me ma'am until the second I have decided not to kill you. So yeah, over at Haste, the shop is starting to open up. Mike, were you in the shop when the owner got there again?
Was I in the shop when the owner got there?
Yeah. Do you want to have like left politely for a moment so you're not inside this man's store when he unlocks for the day?
Oh, I don't care about that. Yeah, I'll stay in there.
Okay. So
Fantastic.
he walks in and he goes, "Oh, Jesus, is that your bed?"
Yep.
Yeah, I woke up in this astrology lady. It's a whole thing. She called herself an oracle. Yeah. I'm gonna go get set up for see if my deli is functional.
It is. Well, kind
You've
of.
been eating sandwiches? What are we talking about here?
No, I know what's gonna happen. Just a general idea. Where's that oracle? Like, where did you wake up?
A few blocks that way. Seems nice. I don't really go in for that sort of thing, though. I mean, I'll believe in pocket dimensions on the outside of the universe and clockwork goddesses and hell and heavens and multiple realities, but like using the stars to predict the future, that's so far-fetched. Come on. He starts making his
Is the
sandwich.
next time loop the future? Questions for later.
And at this point, I think everyone who's not Fia's starting to arrive at the shop.
Yes. Is Mixie there too?
Yeah, I'll say you, Mixie, and Razer can arrive at the same time, so you don't have to
Oh, cool.
do anything fancy.
Hello.
Otto, hi.
Hello, Mixie.
Hello, this is Otto. This is the fun robot.
Yes, this is the fun robot.
Yes. These are for you.
She is, by the way, still just holding all of her gears without like a bag or anything, and she's like, "Oh, excellent!" and just comically loading up with more. And it's like, this is gonna be so much fun. What am I fixing first?
I have a recommendation. Forge can make armor, so I don't get stabbed again.
I can do that.
How many gears?
18 total. Oh, how many gears to fix that?
Yeah.
I would say 10.
You know,
Amazing.
surprisingly, good suggestion from Dreg. I think armor's not a bad idea here. Maybe we can live a
Otto,
little
can you
longer.
hold the rest of these?
Yes. Scoops them in.
Okay, I'm gonna go find who owns this, and I'm gonna make a forge. Forge a forge. How that's fun. That's cute. And then without any gears, do you guys like need me for anything?
Go do your thing. Go do your job.
Cool. All right. And so Vixie, very excited, as if she's never done this before and has dreamed about doing this her entire life, enjoying the dire peril of this time probably more than she should, rushes off to go fix the forge.
Are y'all ready for this go around?
Yes. Question for Jess.
Hmm?
Do I have enough time to get a sandwich and go to Gregor's house?
Yes.
Oh, let's go! I will be getting
Going
a
to Gregor's house. Oh, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll be getting a sandwich then, if we're
Okay.
here, if we have time to wine
Yeah.
and dine.
So I think
Yeah,
everyone has
I
time
assume-
for like one big RP thing, and going to the wizarding house is more of an RP thing at this point. Go ahead, Mike.
I was just gonna say, I assume that you can't do sandwich and armor because those are both like mechanic things.
No, not yet.
Okay.
If I had to
Oh,
guess, the armor will
interesting.
be ready on our next life. But I don't know. Also,
Oh, cause okay, yeah.
can we all agree to always meet here? Every life?
I mean,
Where's
we've been
Fia?
doing that.
Yeah, we've kind of been doing that anyway, so might as well. Not bad starting
Shit,
off with
where's
the sandwich
Freddy?
every morning. Oh, you mean your meat shield?
Yes.
If it's anything like yesterday, he'll be arriving soon.
As you say that, you hear what I assume are the panicked noises of Fia, if Fia is still making the same. Oh, my kid
Yeah, it's like
sounds.
that. Like spleen. I need that spleen. I need the please. I need the spleen. Like walking in, like Razer,
Hey,
please,
Theo.
Claire?
Good morning.
please.
Are you here?
Sarah?
Hi, do you know this man?
I do. Was he following you?
He was, yeah, he was, should I?
Okay, yeah, no.
Does he do
he's-
that a
he's-
lot to
he's
women? Do I
fine.
just
He's
stab him?
He's
Good.
just, he
I
doesn't
can
really
stab.
think things through all the
It's
time, but
right against his liver.
it's hold on. Sarah, first of all, I'm so proud of you. Way to follow your training.
you.
I know this is exactly what I taught you, and this is exactly the kind of situation that you needed to use that. That being said, Fia's harmless. He's just a little... Fia, can you not stalk women, please? It's just a bad idea.
I wanted to talk to her, but I forgot the name, and then I couldn't
Her name
remember.
is Sarah.
So I thought,
You've met her like 4
Sarah,
times
yeah.
already.
We haven't
Good.
met.
still
Sorry.
with the knife in the back. Like,
You haven't
uh,
met him, but he's met you 4 times.
Like a stalker?
Like a
No,
time loop.
Oh,
now
yeah, that
that
makes more
I
sense.
hear that, yeah, that does sound like he's been stalking. No, it's a time
Yeah,
loop.
uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And she kind of pulls the knife away and goes,
Go!
sorry for...
oh,
No,
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 it's
no,
fine.
no, no, no.
It's fine.
Do not apologize to him. You shouldn't be sorry. Fia, you earned that one, you know, right?
yeah.
Okay, great.
Like he's sort of like hunched over like a chair, like just rubbing the small of his back, like. Ugh.
What did you need to talk to Sarah about?
There was, I went. Did you have a thing between the dying and the waking up, where you were talking to some folks?
Yeah, I did. How did you know that?
Okay, so it's not just me.
You
So,
have one too. Right, makes sense.
yeah, May, right? You were talking to May.
No, who's May? I've never heard of that person.
You weren't talk. Oh, no, because I had a thing where this lady named May was talking in my. It was like head. Well, I was hearing her, and she said she was outside the time loop, and she had the kids, except one of the kids, Caleb Calloway. And he turns to Sarah. Caleb Calloway. That was the kid's name.
Oh, wow,
He's
you are
one of your
bad with
students, right?
names. Caleb Callahan?
Callahan? Yeah, sure, that one. One of them.
I'm a little less insulted now that I know it's not just me. Okay. Yeah, that's one of my students. What about Caleb?
He's still here. All the other ones are out, but he's still here. He didn't make it on the platform.
Shit.
Wait. You said you hold on. Okay. One of my students is still here. You said you were talking to somebody named May? Was that May West?
I did not get a last name. She wasn't supposed to be talking to me.
That's very interesting. Yeah, again, we have a whole evacuation protocol. May is in charge of keeping my kids safe if I have to evacuate my school to another plane. So that makes sense. It's weird that she's not supposed to talk to you, though. We're supposed to communicate.
Right, yeah, but, time loop.
I guess. The fact that you know May does make this story more believable.
Yeah.
Not that I think you're lying, Razer, but I do think maybe everyone else is.
No, I get it. I had a hard time believing it the first couple of times too.
Okay. Yeah,
But
well,
if Fia says that one of the children is missing, I think we need to do something about that. All the other ones are safe outside.
God, why would Caleb stay? I don't... I don't understand.
She can do an insight check to see Fier sort of squirming uncomfortably. She'll have to beat a deception of.
Does a natural 20 beat whatever you
No,
got?
yeah, that'll do. That'll do.
She looks over at you and slowly starts pulling the knife back out, and she goes, "What did you do?"
I didn't. God damn it! I think he's a fan. I think maybe that was why.
A fan?
A fan. Look, and Fier, he raises a hand and does this weirdly complicated hand motion over his hand where there's a ring on his finger. This is gonna be... When evil spreads his vicious blight, the wings of justice spring to flight. The ring begins to glow. There's pyrotechnics. There's smoke. There's a little bit of fire. He glows entirely, and then... And he's there striking a pose.
Oh,
As the Falcon
okay.
Wing of Justice.
Yep, no, that makes sense. Caleb does not shut up about you. I don't think he's missed a single one of your shows.
Young Caleb. I started to think that he might be in trouble.
Oh,
Please,
you talk like that.
madam.
Okay.
Forgive my indiscretions, but we must find him.
I'm sorry. Before anything else, when you change your costume, do you have to talk like that, or do you just start doing that just because?
Fier does not respond to that at all.
You can't break the... No, that's not... Have you never been able to... He's never going to acknowledge...
No, I don't have time to go to these things.
Look, you're missing out. They're kind of fun. There's this thing called kayfabe.
You've been to these things?
It's... Yeah, There's this gecko. He's a villain. It's a whole thing.
Okay.
I go a lot.
Anyways, yeah, I think we need to go find this kid.
I mean, he's probably at home with his parents.
Do you know where he lives?
She pulls a folder out of her backpack, kind of flips through it, and she's like, "Yeah, I know where all my students live. Okay, this is his address. I'm giving this to you and not to the creepy stalker man in a falcon suit."
This is a great idea. Okay. We need to get Caleb out of here. Is there still any way that we can evacuate him?
Oh, I genuinely don't know. This isn't... Because we could probably find a classroom that maybe didn't evacuate and get them out with that one. Surely there's another one. Caleb's not too far from here. He's just a quick train ride away.
Okay. Fia, what do you think?
Wheresoever he may be, I shall find him, and to safety he will be delivered.
So this is a choice to talk like this, right?
No, you can't... Don't listen to her. Sorry, he's actually suddenly
Cause
so
of
much
justice is always a choice.
Yes. Yes.
Now,
Oh, it's a
Razer,
choice, all
we
right.
must away.
Right. Okay, let me get my sandwich to go, and then let's go help Caleb.
Let's do some sandwiches.
Fier isn't getting anything, because there's no mouth on his helmet.
Incredible. Also,
It's
really
a
quick, Dreg,
full face mask.
notably, your assistant man has not shown up.
First he lets me die like that, and now he's not showing up. Get your sandwiches, do your boy rescue, and whatever you've got going on with the voice. I need to find Freddy.
Okay. So who's doing a sandwich?
I'm definitely doing a sandwich.
All right.
Sandwich.
Go ahead and roll for sandwich.
While we're waiting in line, I would like to mention to Razer and Fia that, worth noting, I believe in a previous life we learned that the trains are down. If Caleb Callahan is a train ride away, we'll have to fix the trains to get to him.
Yeah, question, the train, in terms of being a quick train ride away, is that a thing of, it would take hours to get there on foot?
So the city is kind of a series of interconnected plates that are kind of floating between existence. Josie's laughing 'cause she's playing Final Fantasy VII right now, which is look.
Sector 5, Sector 7, the train's down, series of interconnect. No, I see you, Jessica. I see you.
Look. Look, it was foundational piece of media for me as a child.
If I get to kill a President Shinra, I am fine with it.
I don't think there's a president to kill at this point. But so getting anything that's a train ride away means that you can't really get there on foot.
Right. So even if we can't get there without the train, can we?
No.
Damn it.
Is Mixie still here? Or did she leave?
She's like through the wall working on this blacksmith thing.
But
like
she's still like present.
Yeah, she's close enough by.
Right. All right, Mistress Mixie. An
Yes?
inquiry. How many gears before we can fix the trains?
Oh, the trains. Ooh, if the trains are down, it would take a lot of gears. We would need like a couple hundred, but also there's this kind of special gear that you can get somehow. I don't really know where these gears come from. Like a really big gear that should help too. Yeah.
Okay. So we can't do anything. So we can't do anything about Caleb until we find a super gear, or a. Okay.
Or 100 small gears.
Or 100 gears.
Nixie,
Yes.
when you fix something,
Mm-hmm.
does it use the gears we've given you?
Yes, but it'll stay fixed.
So after you fix the armory, or blacksmith, rather, we will only have 8 gears total.
Yes, that is correct.
Understood.
8 gears, and the ones that I have right now are mostly going to be used up because I just sort of, and she like holds it up to this smithy and like takes like a wrench and just like screws this gear into nothing, and it kind of melds it, like molds into the forge, and stuff starts like spinning back in place, and she's like, it's fun. I don't know how it works, but I know how to do it. It's great. I love this stuff. The gods make such interesting machines.
Sandwich time. I rolled a 15.
You rolled a 15. Give me 1 second to switch over to my encounters table because sandwiches are an encounter.
I've only gotten good sandwiches, but I've never had the opportunity to actually use the ability I got from my sandwich, so...
So, the sandwich that you roll is 2 pieces of toasted raisin bread with cream cheese frosting and chopped up bits of cinnamon roll and some kind of sugary fruit cereal. It's a sandwich. It's not the most nutritious sandwich.
It's a little treat. I think I deserve it.
Our sandwich man pulls it open and goes, "Ooh, this looks kind of good. I kind of like it. Let me know how this one tastes."
I don't know if that's possible, but I will enjoy it nonetheless. And I crush it into a 1 centimeter cube and slot it into my mouth.
I love that that's how you've decided that you eat. That's very fun. All right. And so you have received the ability to summon a creature. You don't know what, but you know you could summon something.
In action economy, how much would that cost?
1 action.
1 action to summon a creature?
You don't know how long it's going to last you, though.
Right. Okay. Let me write that down. Delicious sandwich. Thank you. This is
You're
the best
welcome.
bodega in the city.
Okay, I rolled a 10.
You rolled a 10. Okay. So you got a weird sandwich. It's a pretzel that's been cut in half for the bread. Not like a pretzel bun or like a pretzel twist, like a regular pretzel. And in between the pretzel meat, you just have American cheese, American cheese, American cheese, American cheese, American cheese, and a slice of salami.
That kind of sounds fire. I'm not gonna lie.
Razer just lets out a big sighs, like, I always get the weirdest fucking things. Okay, that's fine. And she like rolls it up kind of in like a cheese pretzel roll and is like munching on it on her way out the door.
Excellent.
I'm disturbed by the implication that they have America in this universe.
Oh, I didn't even think
That's the
about
most
that.
American thing
cheese.
I've ever heard.
We'll call it mortal cheese. How's that? Mortal cheese.
That sounds ominous. Sounds like a monster.
The mortal cheese.
Just really thinking about like my mortality and like the meaning of life as I eat this pretzel.
And
Subspecies of an ooze, yeah.
this weird cheesy pretzel has given you the ability to cheese one roll. Go ahead and roll a d20 right now, and later you can substitute any roll for the roll that you've gotten here.
Cool.
Just let me know what your roll is.
Oh, it's a 17. Let's go.
Yeah. Cool. So
Pre-roll a
once
17.
today, you can cheese a roll and make it a 17.
Excellent.
Mike, were you getting a sandwich?
No, I need to find my meat shield.
Okay. Then let's go off with Dreg Douglas on your search for your meat shield, your guy, your man. Yeah, so Fred Blake is not here. That's very strange. Do you have anywhere that you would go to look for Fred? Presumably you know where he lives.
Yeah, but then the city's all scrambled, so... I guess I'll go toward where he lives.
So yeah, you search for Fred. He's, you go to his neighborhood, and you've noticed that the houses here are all kind of the same type of architecture. It looks like the things are more shifted up locally here, so he should presumably be in this area. And once you start thinking of a way to locate him or figure out where he's at, you realize he's right there. He's just kind of standing on the street. He's not looking towards you. He's just sort of standing there.
Freddy. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
And he walks towards you.
I'm gonna...
Mr. Douglas.
Slow... Mr... I don't know your last name. So hey, the city's all messed up, and I thought we had a protocol that you come find me whenever something like that happens. And it's weird, because you did that yesterday.
Huh.
And
I
today
must
is
have
literally
forgotten.
yesterday, so what happened?
I don't know what you mean by that. I must have forgotten. Did I find you yesterday?
Well, yesterday was today, but yes.
Oh. How many yesterdays have today been?
There have been 3. This is the 4th.
Interesting.
Freddie, give me a sec real quick. I'm just gonna check you out here. And I'm gonna make an Arcana check. I think I know exactly what has happened, but let me make an Arcana check.
I would be shocked if you did. Give me an Arcana check.
That's a 3 for a 6, so no. My theory is that tower fucked him up because he doesn't have a time loop thing going on. But maybe that's...
Give me just a perception check. Why don't you look him over with your eyes, too?
Sure. Yeah, that's better. With my perception, that's a 14.
Freddy's standing kind of weird. You've never seen Fred stand like this. He's just got, like, good posture as, like, a man who does some serving stuff for you. He's standing kind of weird. He's, like, listing a little bit.
Freddy, are you... okay?
I'm phenomenal. What a lovely city we live in. What do we usually do
Okay, yeah, this is bad.
during this time of the day?
Freddy, you know what? Okay, something's wrong with you. So I'm gonna take you to someone who can do something. Come on, we're going to haste.
Let's go to haste. Who is somebody that can do something? What is their name?
I have no fucking idea.
Okay. Give me another perception check real quick.
Yeah. That's another 3 on the die. Mushroom's gonna take a little break, but that was a 4.
Oh, that's really unfortunate. Does a 14 hit?
Yes.
All right. So let me just do a quick. All right, so take 3 damage. Didn't roll too great, and it feels like you've just been slashed across the back.
That
Does
is
a 7
becoming
hit?
way too fucking familiar. No, that the 7 does not hit.
Okay. Does a 12 hit?
No.
All right. So the first one slashes you across the back, and whether it was just the reaction of you moving out of the way, or maybe from getting like stumbling from getting slashed, or maybe it was a skillful dodge, you avoid the next 2 slashes as Freddy swings his arms wildly. It doesn't look like he's holding any weapon. It looks like he's just kind of holding his arms out, almost as if they were swords.
Oh my god.
Fred.
It's a combat mime.
Freddy, this is the literal opposite of your job description. What are you doing?
And when you say that, you hear off from the distance, "Oh, boss! That's not me! Get away from the thing! I don't know what that is! What does it look like to me?"
Freddy?
Yeah? And then the thing in front of you goes, "Yeah?"
Okay, I'm gonna put on my fox mask and run past this fucking guy to where Freddy's voice is coming from. The other
Freddy's
voice is
behind
coming
you.
from.
Normal Freddy's voice is coming from behind you.
Oh, okay, never mind then. I'm putting on my stone mask and running toward the real Freddy.
Okay, your stone mask gives you higher AC?
Yes, and it decreases basically like physical damages by 2.
Excellent. Okay, so you're gonna take. That's not gonna hit. That's a 6. That's another 6, and that's a 19. Ooh, and there's an 8 on the D8, so you are going to take 12 damage. So as you're running away,
good.
2 dodges, and then 1, and then again just the arm. That's 12 slashing damage, minus whatever you can subtract from your stone mask.
Yeah, I'm awful close to half of my hit points for having not even gone in the tower yet.
Whoa. Oh my god. Yeah, that thing rolled kind of high.
And you missed almost all of the attacks.
Get out of the way, boss. We can. I don't know. And you're running to Freddy. Freddy's running past you, and he gives.
You know what? I need to do an honesty thing. Because
Oh.
when you asked me if the 12 hit, I had my fox mask on, and that's the one that raises AC by 1. So my AC was 12. So I did get hit again.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a real quick. That one's fine. You're taking 4 damage.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
Also,
like,
for being
that is the
honest,
pile.
If we're being honest, don't forget that you don't have temp HP yet. I know a lot of us said we're just going to keep the temp HP there because I'm going to give it every morning, but this is before the run, so.
I don't have temp HP because I died last time, so that shit got drained.
That's also true.
So question. Well, actually, before you do you remember if it was the first, second, or third attack in the combo?
The 12, I believe, was the second.
Okay,
That
we're good on
sounds
damage. Okay. Yeah, so you run away a little bit injured. Freddy's running past you. He's holding what appears to be like a sconce. And he's like, "I'll save you, boss!" And he runs up and he solidly smacks other Freddy. And other Freddy falls over motionless.
Did you get him?
I think he's dead. He's weird now.
He's weird now?
Well, he used to look like me, which like is weird, but like I'm not weird, so it's fine. But now he's like wood.
What the fuck? And I walk up and get a look at what's going on.
Yeah, and so there is like a wooden, like like a puppet, like a wooden puppet, like a ball joint doll,
Yeah.
with some strings that appeared to have been severed, and it's got little scythe arms.
Where the hell did this come from?
I don't know. I was trying to find you this morning, and I saw it, and it tried to get me, and I ran away, and I was trying to warn you, and it found you before I found you, and I don't know what this is or why it looks like me. I'm so sorry, boss.
Well, there could really be any amount of people trying to kill me for any amount of reasons, but the fact this didn't happen yesterday or the day before...
Why would this have happened yesterday? Or the day before?
Because they were both today.
I don't know what that means.
No, you don't. By the way, you're like... Well, now you're 1-1 in preventing my death, so I guess you're even. But you really fucked it yesterday. I got stabbed multiple times.
Oh shit! I'm sorry,
Yeah.
boss.
You should be.
I got this for you if this will help. And he hands you a potion. He was like, I keep one of these
yes,
on me in case I
please.
need to be a human shield for you, but I think you need this more than me.
Yeah, and I always will. Thank you very much. What do I get for the potion?
Give
I'm just
yourself
gonna drink that
1d8
now.
plus 4 hit points.
1d8.
I fucking
plus
love this guy.
4.
I fucking love this guy.
Is love
There's-
the word?
Yes.
Hey, that's a good roll. That's 7 plus 4 for 11.
Oh yeah, give yourself 11 hit points back.
Doing a little better. What can I do? I guess I'll take the puppet to haste. Get some more eyes on this.
Yeah,
Actually, Freddy, you carry the puppet to haste, and we'll get some more eyes on this.
yeah, I can do that for you. And Freddy's not a weak man. He just kind of starts dragging it. It's not the easiest thing in the world. But yeah, he's dragging a weird scythe puppet man through the streets now. I believe the remaining 3 are back at haste. Where are y'all going? What you guys doing?
I mean, Fia has discussed with Mixie the whole issue with we need to get the trains going, and there isn't really any way to get anywhere without the trains there. At which point he's going to turn to Razer and say, "We require gears. The child's safety must be assured."
Yeah, I agree. But it also looks like we can't do anything right now. And I don't know what to do about that.
Well, if we're this is Sarah, by the way. If we're in a time loop, then doing nothing is fine for now, because we'll be back here tomorrow, right? So we just collect gears.
Yeah, no. I mean, look, everyone keeps on saying that. Everyone keeps on saying if we're in a time loop, it's fine for now because tomorrow we can try again. But you all realize that every single time we don't get it right this time, that everybody else still dies. Caleb could still die today even if we try to come back and fix this tomorrow. And yeah, maybe we get a chance to do it again tomorrow, but doesn't it matter that everyone still dies today? Do none of you else care?
I guess I will die.
Falcon Wing of Justice puts a hand on Razor's shoulders every day matters. But there are things we can do and things we cannot. As heroes, we must look to the present for the actions we can take.
Heroes. Maybe you, and maybe whenever, you're doing this thing. Okay. No. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. It's just a lot, It's been a lot the last couple days.
Hey, I'm sorry you're going through this, and I'm sorry I'm not going through this with you. Sis?
You don't have to apologize. Just thank you. Okay. What do we do? What can we do right now?
I think at that moment is a great time for a man to come dragging in a puppet body and go, my boss wanted me to bring this here.
Oh.
And then Dreg Douglas is following behind.
What the hell is that?
A puppet that tried to kill me. outside the tower.
And it looked like me.
It
Drake
looked
could have
like him.
died.
Like
Thinking-
looks at Freddy, looks at the puppet. It's like there's like this moment of looks like you.
Well, they're
Oh
both
my God.
stiffs, you see.
Are you the steel wing, the Falcon Wing of Justice?
Indeed, I am, good sir.
Oh, I'm a huge fan.
This creature, you say, an assassin?
Yeah, it dressed up as me, and it looked like me until the second I killed it. With a sconce. I think they're wicked sconces.
Hand on his shoulder. You did an admirable job.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a lot. Sorry, I'm calming down now, though. Yeah, it tried to kill Dreg. It got it a few good hits because Dreg trusts me and lets me in, and it is a sign of how much Dreg trusts me that this was so effective. And I appreciate your trust, and I'm sorry that he abused it. It abused it.
Okay, so clearly Freddy's very traumatized and is speaking in tongues or some shit. So we gotta figure out what these puppets are.
Why are you such a dick to Freddy all the time?
Keeps a balance of power, mostly.
That's... I don't know what else I
Holy
expected you to
shit.
say. And then Razor's gonna kneel to look over the puppet and see if she can figure out anything about this thing. I
Yeah.
don't know, investigation, arcana.
Investigation, arcana, perception, however you want to investigate this thing.
As she's doing that, like the Falcon Wing of Justice will look over at Drek. You know, Drek, a man is measured by how he treats those who are less powerful than he.
Well, Drek is the
Oh,
best
thanks
boss
for the
ever,
tip,
so
Captain.
he must be a really good man.
Yeah, thanks for the word of advice, Captain Platitude.
And you know what, Freddy? Some advice for you. Just because somebody did something good once doesn't mean that they're good.
That feels really specific, and I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
Uh,
I'm gonna roll perception.
yeah, okay.
I would like to roll Arcana on this thing.
Yeah.
10 plus 3.
I'm
so
gonna
13.
I'm gonna roll a history to see if I would know if anyone would be capable of this from the mortal realm.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Is there any chance I get advantage because I am also a construct?
Ooh, I like that. I'll give that to you. Let's do Josie's roll first because you're doing investigation.
13. Perception.
Perception. Okay, yeah. Let's do that one first. What'd you get?
I rolled a 13.
You rolled a 13. Okay. These things are fragile. Whatever this is, it's scary and creepy. It's probably not weak to sconces. It's probably just fragile. You get the feeling you could break one of these things in a single attack. All right, Dreg Douglas, what'd you get?
I got a 22 for history.
Ooh, you got a 22 for history. You know, you don't remember anything too specific. It does, however, remind you of a time when you were on the mortal plane for a diplomatic mission, and they do the thing that they do, where there's parties and song and dance, and they treat you to good food, and they brought you to see a guy do a puppet show once, some clergy member, and that was boring as hell.
But they were maybe life-size puppets like the one we see here.
Oh no, they were regular sized puppets, but they looked kind of similar to this one. They just had some clothes on. I don't know. It just kind of reminds you of that a little bit.
So this, okay.
What
Ponder that.
What a fun way to investigate this. I like that. Otto, what you got?
Yeah, well, thank God for advantage. I rolled a 3 and another 3. So I cast guidance on myself and rolled a 1. So we got a total of 7, 8 on this bad boy.
You know, this thing is not a Citadel automaton.
This looks nothing like a Citadel automaton.
Okay, did the wrestler pose thing make everyone in the room fucking stupid or something?
I am not stupid.
You know what? You're right. I saw what happened last time. You're so right.
Thank you.
Razor's gonna go and grab Mixie and see if she knows anything about this thing.
Okay. Yeah. So Mixie's in the other room. She's talking to the blacksmith woman named Molly. Or, oh, I love forging things with this. Oh, hi. Yes, what's up?
Hey, we've got this thing over in the bodega that I would love for you to take a look at. It's looks like a puppet of some kind, and apparently it impersonated Freddy and attacked Dreg. Do you know anything about this?
I do love things. I'll come take a look. And she walks over and she goes, Oh, that's magical. I'm like a mechanical girly. I know like machines made by gods like seem like magic to people, but this is magic, not like celestial machinery.
No idea.
I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
This isn't.
That's okay. Thank you, Mixie. I appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, of course. That thing's. I'm kind of scared of puppets. I hate this.
Yeah. No. Go do your thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So the Freddy puppet appeared after we brought Freddy to the tower, and then died.
He brought me to the tower?
Yeah. Dreg thought it'd be a
out of
great
character,
idea.
I don't think Freddy didn't die
But he
last
was
time.
in the tower.
He grabbed Dreg's body and left.
Oh!
I don't know how much, if the bomb was big enough that it would have taken him out as well, but to my memory, we did not
I
see
forgot
Freddy die.
that. You're so right.
Shit.
Razor's gonna be like to talk to Freddy. Yeah, your boss decided that you'd make a good meat shield, and then tried to use you to,
I've trained for this. I carry a health potion in case I need to be a meat shield for him.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know why I try.
And if you'll recall, I did broach the idea, but Freddy was super into it last time because he's a professional who does his job.
That's true.
Okay. Well, it seems like we don't know anything about this puppet. We can't figure anything about this puppet. Dreg, you did bring Freddy in and last time, and now there was a Freddy puppet. So maybe we don't bring anybody else this time, yeah?
Fine. Only because the puppet trying to kill me sucked.
Yeah, that puppet looked like it fucked you up despite the fact that it's just a little dinky thing on a string. So, maybe for your own good.
It caught me off guard, okay?
Caught you off guard like 5 times?
I can take a couple stabbings.
I have yet, Dreg, to see you be on your guard.
Falcon knows what he's talking about.
I'm gonna take a walk.
He does not look like he lies when he's dressed like
I'm gonna
this
go
either.
outside. I'm gonna take a walk.
Like, he looks like he only tells it as it is.
I could say so many things right now.
Do you need medical
because I've been
assistance?
tried to kill today. No. Well, actually, no. I'm good.
Very well.
Look, we can't do anything about this. We can't do anything about the train. We don't know anything about this puppet. What we do know is that I own a wizard tower for some reason, and maybe we can find some answers there.
Would you like to go to the wizard tower?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, is everybody going? Just for my benefit?
Nah, I'm gonna lay down. That backslash kind of fucked me up. I think I'm just gonna rest my back muscles a little bit.
All right. You have not had a sandwich yet today, and you've also not done anything else. If you would like to, you may take a short rest to try to get some health back. If you would prefer to do that over any of the other city activities.
I think I'm gonna hold out to get the armor that I talked about with the blacksmith, unless if I can't get that, because the blacksmith said she could make normal armor. Right?
Yes. Yeah, she can give you normal armor. Yeah. Okay.
So
then
I'll hold out for that.
we'll do that.
And
in a
Fia
moment.
will essentially like he'll insist on going off to guard the entrance to the tower, which mechanically he's going to be training.
Okay. Excellent. Give yourself that 5 XP, and
5 XP.
Otto and Razer. You guys get to the tower, and Detective Rick Dixon.
Detective
Rick
Dixon,
Dixon.
nickname Rick, right?
Detective Rick Dixon. Dick Dixon is waiting for you, and he goes, "Okay, so well, that about cleaning things up with the crime scene." And oh, hello. Do you have business here?
Hello, Detective Dixon. I'm Sergeant Razer Queen. I'm here on the account of this tower was placed under my name recently, and I've come to check it out.
Oh, yeah, the old man willed everything to you. Did you know him?
No, I did not, and really I just got this notification just about an hour ago, and so I just came to see what's going on.
Okay, good. Hey, do me a favor. Don't go in the study where he died. That's an active crime scene. And if I come back tomorrow and find that you've been in an active crime scene, I will have to arrest you.
I totally understand.
Yeah.
Do we know what the cause of death was?
Seems like a heart attack.
And I'm sorry, how would a heart attack make this an active crime scene?
Well, we have to investigate because, I mean, like, the most powerful wizard in the Citadel died of a heart attack. And it's one of those things where it's like it could just be a heart attack, or it could be a magical attack that makes it look like a heart attack.
Okay,
And
you know
so
what?
there's
I
like a whole
understand.
bit of
We
process.
will refrain from going to the study. Do you mind if I have a little privacy so I can do some investigation of my new?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Thank you
Be
so
my
much.
guest.
Detective
Again,
Dix.
the study's roped off. Just don't go in there. We'll probably be back tomorrow. There's some stuff I gotta take care of at the station.
Fantastic. I have to do paperwork as part of my duties. I totally understand. Why don't you go ahead and do your thing?
Thank you for your service, Sergeant.
Salute, Detective Dixon.
And then he
Sir.
just walks away, feeling good about himself for complimenting somebody in the military, despite not thinking about them 99% of the time.
And then walks away and kind of like lean over to Otto and be like, "What a tool!" All right, let's go check out that study.
I agree.
Right, yeah. So you go to the study, and it's I don't know if you've been in the library of a wizard tower before, but they're kind of big. There's a lot of books everywhere, a lot of things flying around. Oh, you're going to the study, not the library.
We were in the study.
All right, so you cross that that crime scene tape and go straight into the study. Is there anything you're looking for, or do you just want like a quick lay of the land?
I'm gonna, as soon as we get in, I'm like, Otto, is there anything that you remember that you know about this wizard that we should keep an eye out for? Anything that you think might be able to help us?
Is there?
Why don't you roll a history check or insight, whichever you prefer.
Also, I don't know if we ever said, but how big is Otto?
Human-sized, person-sized.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Like I don't know, 5, 6 is the size of all of these automata. We'll say.
What am I rolling?
History or insight, whichever you prefer.
It's gonna be history. I got an 18.
You had an 18. Yeah, so this wizard has been around for a long time. You remember that. He may have been the oldest person in the Citadel, actually. And this wizard tower is notable for existing regardless of whether or not the city's here. It kind of exists on its own power in this dimension. And, you know, I think those are the things that you would know about this wizard, given a history check. Those are things that you could know about this wizard.
I relay all of that.
Okay.
And in the study, when you walk in, there seems to be like the remains of some kind of ritual on his desk. There's like an outline on the ground where they do like the tape outline of where the body was, of where he fell down. It's a book on the ground with like a little evidence marker next to it. Looks like he might have dropped it. That sort of thing.
I'm going to very, very carefully remember how the book was positioned and then pick it up to examine it.
All right. So the book, it's got a red cover, and it says, identifying potions by their label, a lost art. And in this book, to the page that it's open to, it's actually really interesting because I imagine you're not super interested in identifying potions, but you see a potion with a hippo on it that looks kind of familiar from the last time that you were inside of that tower. And it says, gain strength gain strength till the end of your task. as a description underneath it.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of like flip through and like rifle through and just see if there's anything else, any other potions that look familiar somewhere in this book.
Yeah, I do sure wish I had written down which potions that you all had gotten.
I had a purple hazy one.
Yes, it says Oracle Potion. See what comes next.
Okay. Like, okay, interesting. So it looks like this book contains some of the potions that we found in the tower. This could be really helpful. Otto, do you want to hold on to that?
Yes.
Or even better, being an automata, can you like commit this information to memory? Is that something
Yes,
you can do?
can.
Sick. Can I just like flip through
Cool.
it Doctor Who style and just got it all?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
And now, when you get potions, you will know what they do.
Sick.
Well, that's already useful. And then what else can I'm gonna Razer being, a guards person is very used to looking for things that are just kind of out of place and or noticeable. She's not very good at magic necessarily, but she just wants to look around and see if there's anything like that looks like it was recently used and or out of place. Maybe like something like related to the ritual on the desk or like anything else.
Yeah. So the ritual on the desk is an interesting one. There's still a bunch of magical stuff there. It's warm with that kind of cozy, fuzzy feeling that you get after experiencing magic, and it there's a circle. It almost looks like the layout of the citadel on the desk, kind of drawn out, the citadel and the city around it. And there's a heart divided up into 5 pieces, like some kind of animal heart, and some gears strewn around, and also some scorch marks, as if something exploded or popped. It's hard to tell what this was for, but that's an interesting.
Are there any like open books or anything on the?
No, the only book in the room was that potions book.
The only book in the room?
Yeah,
In a wizard study?
in a wizard study. The library is packed.
Okay.
The study has nothing but this ritual, a body's outline, and a single book.
I'm gonna touch the ritual.
Where do you touch the ritual?
I'm just gonna like put my hand on like the edge of it.
Nothing happens. It's just still feels warm.
I'm like, okay, kind of. Otto, do you see anything else you want to go?
Yeah, I would like to. If anybody is gonna have any like spare clockwork gears or even super gears, it would be the most powerful wizard in the city, right? So maybe there's some of that somewhere in here. And it doesn't have to be this room. I'm open to look for like a storage room or anything like
All
that.
right. Give me an investigation roll to see if there is a place worth looking.
Okay.
Can I roll that
Oh,
too,
off the table.
just to look?
Yeah.
Up?
Yeah. I got not an amazing roll. Investigation, I only got a 9.
13.
9, 13. Wizard towers are confusing, and this is really your first time here. So there might be something. You definitely feel like you haven't given it a full, proper search.
Right.
And you could come back at a later date.
Okay.
But I think for now, that's all the searching that you have time for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go check out the some other parts of the tower. What do you think?
Yes, I would like to visit the library.
That's a good idea. Let's go to the library.
So, the library, if you were to come back at a later day, you could probably get a book once a day that might give you some kind of a benefit. But we're getting on in time. It's been longer in here than it felt like. Wizard's Towers are kind of strange. And the ladder's all disorganized. It seems like it needs repair, so you can't really get up to the good shelves anyway. So maybe if Mixie takes a look at it, there's more things you could do here to get some kind of benefit from this part of the tower. But I think that's all I'm gonna let you guys do in the tower for today, and we're gonna go to Mike, having an experience with our blacksmith named Molly. Molly. Yeah. So Mike, Dreg, you're getting your armor. Initially when you met Molly, she was kind of in her pajamas, like she lives in this blacksmith shop, and you broke down her wall and then told her you have lots of money and would be a great customer, and then sent a mouse in to repair her forge. So she was a little caught off guard, but it's been a few hours. She's had time to wake up, and she's now a little more put together. And she's a blacksmith, so she's got a blacksmith's apron on like you would expect, and her hair tied up out of the way. And then underneath this apron, she's got this beautiful ball gown flowy dress. Lots of pinks, lots of pastels. Her big hammer that she carries around to whack on things. And she's like, oh my gosh, hi, welcome back. Sorry, I was a little out of sorts this morning, but it's so nice to meet you.
Chess piece?
Oh, yeah, sure, if that's all you want.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. You said stabbing was your main issue, so blades, swords, stabby things, all of that, this should help you resist that. Again, my forge isn't ready yet. I could give you magical things to make it better in the future, but this is good. This is the best chess piece you're gonna get on Citadel, really. And it should fit you flawlessly, and it'll only be like 20 gold.
I can part with 20 gold.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Do you need anything else? I don't really have time to make anything else, but...
No, hey, listen, nothing personal. I just don't fraternize with laborers, so I'm gonna go now.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I will continue to be nice to you until you stop spending money, and then we're done. So bye.
Perfect.
Oh my God, fraternize.
Jesus Christ.
We need to have at least one run where we just shove him into a room and close the door behind him.
That's great.
I assume there is like an item I get now that I could maybe put in an inventory.
Just give yourself plus 2 to your AC for the rest of the day.
Okie doke.
Sorry, plus 1, because this is not magical.
+1.
And with that, it is time. It is nearing 11 o'clock a.m. Fia, did you give yourself your 5 experience for training?
Yes.
Perfect. All right.
I will be leveling up upon the next,
Hell yeah. What level will that put you at, just for my benefit?
I'll be level 5 at that point.
Phenomenal.
Get my second attack.
Does anyone have any roleplay they would like to do before going in?
I think, at the tower, Fia sort of insisted on going alone with some, I shall guard the tower, a scout, whatever. And he's going through, a bunch of, sort of practice motions. Really what he's doing is obsessing. Going over, can't use the train, or maybe I could jump, maybe climb the tracks, maybe they're, and he's fixating on this as, a problem that he needs to solve quite severely.
Orphea. Does anybody... Is this something that people can notice as they approach that you're fixating, or do you just look like you're
he... Yeah, I mean, he definitely won't notice anyone who approaches him. So, if someone taps him on the shoulder, says hi, just for a moment, you'll catch a hint of, his normal voice before he swaps over.
All right. So in that case, Fia is busy training. Do y'all just approach and say hi? How do we...
Is there any chance that Razer would recognize some of the combat training that he's trying to do?
Yes, it is. These are standard combat drills. Given that you also have the Steelhawk Fighter.
Yeah.
I get him at... We're going through very similar sort of...
Okay. Is there
training drills. Although he specifically fights with a lance.
I know that Fia is very talented, but Razor's the kind of person who would like see somebody doing a training exercise that she recognizes and would try to like offer some kind of tip, something like that.
Yeah, he is very good. Like, he's very strong. He's very,
Okay.
but he's not precise.
Okay.
I think you would notice that it's like the form is not 100% perfect, even if you can tell that getting hit by any of it would hurt.
Okay. Then I think she's gonna come up and just be like, "Hey, Fia," or Falcon. Which is he still wearing his armor?
Yeah, yes. Mistress Razer, good it is to see you.
Yeah, I noticed you were trying to do. You were practicing your your launching. Do you mind if I give you like a tip or two about that?
There's like just like a little moment of hesitation that you might interpret as like, you talk to me about, like, of course, advice from valued allies is always appreciated.
I noticed when you do your launch, your center of gravity doesn't quite. Your center of gravity is a little bit too behind, and you don't get as much power in it. Just if you lower your center of gravity just a tiny bit right before you launch, you'll have a much more accurate strike.
I shall keep that valuable insight in mind.
Fia, how much attention do you pay to that? Do you plan on actually following that advice, or are you blowing it off?
I think right at the moment, he's like, he's a little bit annoyed at being given like training notes, because he's self-taught, right? Like, he's not really someone who did a bunch of drills. He's someone who like learned this stuff mostly on his. It's like, you're telling me what to do. But I think, like, not today, but next time he trains, he'll keep it in mind.
All right. Roll 1d4 with disadvantage for me.
D4 with disadvantage. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll roll 2 of them. That's a 3.
Okay. 3 with disadvantage?
Yeah.
That's good. All right. Give yourself 3 more experience for this training session. And,
Hey, cool.
Razer, give yourself 3 experience as well for finding a nice roleplay way to aid. All right.
Speaking of aid,
Yes.
I am ready to take on the day with you all. And everybody gets 5 temp HP.
I love it. And I think that's a good place to stop and take our break. This was kind of a longer morning than our usual ones because some things happened.
Yeah, murder puppets.
I don't know what you're complaining
What's
about.
up with that?
I'm somewhat concerned about this now.
Concerning murder puppets? No. Hey everybody, Future Desk here with a few announcements. The first one is that next week we will be taking a week off, but after that we will be back at it and ready to go. So 2 weeks will be the next new episode. That's episode 4. The second announcement I have is that we have a Patreon. If you subscribe to patreon.com/the D&Dorks, then you can get the after show, which is called Backstage, the after show with a name, and I've definitely never messed that name up before, not once. Welcome back from the ad break, everybody. All of our advertisements that we have. Maybe it was more than just Patreon this week. I recorded
This
the
game's
breaks for
sponsored
episode
by
1 and
Haste,
2.
out now on Steam.
No, it's not. Although, I mean, the game's awesome. If you guys want to sponsor us, it's cool.
Honestly, we could probably pitch it to them.
Yeah. Haste, broken sandwich shops.
Surely, that's true. I forget we have the sandwich shop. I was gonna say, surely we should do like a Slay the Spire if we're gonna like shoot for a game that we should be sponsored by.
That'd be sick.
Final Fantasy
The hit
VII.
new game.
So I guess we're going in the tower. You're not taking anybody in with you this time. You're leaving Fred behind. You're not taking Sarah in with you. You don't wanna do any.
Oh, we're not taking Sarah in. Are you fucking kidding me?
I think Razer would kill me if we tried. Hey, you want to come with us into the Death Tower?
I was told not to bring my meat shield, so he's sitting this one out.
All right, but if you change your mind, boss, I'm here. I will wait right here for you.
You better.
All right, and then the clock strikes 11, and the doors open, and I will roll. Let me roll our D4, see if it's a combat encounter or not. And on our encounter table, it is the bomb. No, I'm kidding. Oh, interesting.
Oh, are we doing? Are we trying to do Dreg's deceiving trick again?
No, Dreg is not going to do that because that requires him to enter rooms first, which will likely get him stabbed again.
Got it. Okay.
So you walk into a room that I don't think any of you have ever seen before in this tower, and I don't think any of you ever would have seen. It is big, it is open, and there's lots of, they almost look like colorful orbs flowing in from above and going down. This place feels powerful. Sometimes these orbs flicker around and linger, but for the majority of them, they go down, almost like they're going down a drain. And it feels peaceful in here, restful. I mean, everything is frantic, right? You're in this time loop. You're trying to stop everything. There's a war coming. But in this moment, you don't have any real concerns or worries. You have concerns or worries. It's not like, oh, I forgot all my problems, but you feel at ease, a lack of anxiety. The door is unlocked. You may move on to the next room, or you can stay here and do something if you wish.
Are the orbs like physical or like?
Why don't you roll an Arcana check if you want to figure that out?
I would like to also roll an Arcana check.
What if I don't roll an Arcana check and I just stick out my hand and grab one?
Oh, okay. We'll do yours
No,
first,
see,
then
because
we'll
that
do
was gonna be my
Nathan's.
thing. Is like the Falcon Wing of Justice would poke it with his lance.
All right. Otto, go ahead and remember your roll for me. You're poking with a lance, Fia?
Let's let Fia do
Yep.
that. Yeah.
Right, you poke it with a lance and it passes right through your lance. You're touching it.
Yeah. Just reach out my
Razer?
hand and let one.
Roll a
fall into
d20 for me.
Oh boy.
my- Oh no. We'll find out.
Love to roll
That
a
is
d20.
a 6.
You touch this orb, and in the brief moment that it touches your hand, you see the life of a woman who was owning a shop. She was trying to reach for something on a high shelf, and she knocked it over, and it fell on her and hit her, and then the next thing she knew, she was floating downwards. And with the 6, nothing really happens. That knowledge isn't particularly useful to you. But nothing bad happens to you either.
That's always good. I think Razer kind of just like jumps back and like, oh, these feel very private. Like, feels like something maybe we shouldn't touch.
You are unharmed.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
All right, Otto, what did you roll on your Arcana check? Investigation check? What did you roll?
I rolled an Arcana. I got a 22.
So you, especially being one of the automata of this city, have a pretty good idea what this room is. You are in the soul stream. Souls have to filter through the citadel, through the city, on their way to hell. And that's what this is. These orbs are people, or what remains of them.
So it's like a stream of life of some sort.
Oh my god.
There isn't a power
Listen.
generator here somewhere in the city that
No,
spews
it's not.
conspicuously multicolored lights, is there?
No,
Soul
that's not the
fumes
story.
from anywhere. That, toxic soul fumes.
It's not that much of a Final Fantasy ripoff. Just the shape of the city.
I see.
So is everyone here en route to hell?
Yeah, are all these... That's what I got from that, is cool, soul stream. All of these souls are going to hell.
They are going down.
I guess so. Well, I articulate that to the room. I'll probably just go... This is the soul stream. All of these orbs are souls headed down towards hell.
And there's like Fear, like Fear, who was like maybe sort of kind of moving a hand towards one of them, was like, pulls the finger back. Best perhaps we do not touch these.
I mean, what's a little hot sinner goss? And Drag is gonna touch one.
All right, give me a flat D20 roll. Hot sinner goss.
It's a 3. This fucker likes rolling 3s today. That's my third 3.
You rolled a 3?
Yeah.
All right. It's not a pleasant moment that you experience. Somebody is sick. They're in bed. They're coughing. They're dying, and they know they're dying. And they can't get up. They can't move. People are so close. You can hear joy and merriment on the other side of the door. But you can't join them. You can't get there. You are just stuck in bed, and this is your fate. And then the soul finishes passing through your hand, and I want you to take disadvantage on your next roll.
Oh, killy dokily. Never mind, that sucked.
Is he like visibly like pained or yeah?
I don't imagine you feel good after that.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate sad movies. They're boring.
Oh my god.
Yes, best not to disrupt the passage.
Is it possible to like pick a path around without like walking into a shower of these things?
Yeah, you could try.
I will try.
All right. So if you continue to walk through without them, I want you to give me a dex save.
A dex save specifically.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a 7.
You get to the end of the room. You're almost there, and just a small misstep leads you into the route of one of these souls, and it flies just directly through your shoulder. Give me a flat D20 roll.
Flat D20. That's a 2.
Hey,
Oh,
come on, gang.
okay.
Is one of these just gonna straight up kill me?
Y'all are rolling real bad in a room that you should not be rolling real bad. You have the memory of a woman looking at a piece of paper, a letter sent by a military commander. She's just learned that she's never going to see her husband again. He's gone. He wrote to her every single day, and then the letters stopped, and she had hoped that nothing was wrong. And then when she finally got another letter after a full month, she had so much hope, and it is gone, completely crushed. And then the soul passes through you, and you're just left with that feeling of despair. Disadvantage on your next roll. Would anyone else like to try to get to the stairs?
Yeah, I'm going to. I mean, might as well, right? Everybody else did it.
Same.
I don't know if it'll do anything, but before I do so, I'm going to cast protection from evil and good on myself.
What's the exact text on that? Because there's not really evil.
Yeah, I just figured they're going to hell. I don't know. It says, until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch, in this case myself, is protected against certain types of creatures. That's probably won't be. Aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throw.
I'll say that these are undead. Go ahead and give me a dex save as you walk through here.
Sick. That is a 15.
Okay. You make it through without touching any of these lost souls. 2 people left.
Okay, Razer, having seen her compatriots touch one and then kind of like not look great having touched one, and having touched one herself, is like, okay. And then going to like prepare herself for like a military-like movement and then just try to like hustle through, like dodging and weaving.
Yeah, okay. Give me that deck save.
Nat 20. Let's
Of
go.
course. Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, Razer ducks, weaves, dodges. You've basically trained for
Spins
this.
around, flips around, like narrowly, like dramatically slow motion, like passing between
Yeah,
like three
Matrix
of them.
dodging. Yeah.
All right, Dreg. You're the last person that needs to get through here.
The good news is I get to burn my disadvantage roll. The bad news is I have disadvantage.
Ooh.
I would like to restore balance as a reaction, so Mike can actually roll flat. I can get rid of.
Can
the
I deny
disadvantage
that?
for
Because
it.
as he started speaking, I rolled. I mean, like,
Yeah, I'll say it wasn't before the roll. I'm sorry, Nathan.
Two natural ones.
no, that was an 8 and a 4 on the die. So my final
Damn.
is 7 for the deck save.
Okay, so you do not get through quite as gracefully as Razer. Give me a flat D20 roll.
Maybe one day you can help.
That's an 18.
Oh.
You get hit right on the head by one of these spirits, and this memory that you're passed into is that of a bard, similar to you, and he's giving a speech. This speech is not one that he's rehearsed, it is one that has come from the heart, and he is talking about the passion of life and love. He is talking about joy and motivation and fire and just everything good, and the crowd is eating it up, and it's going. You went to that flow state where you're doing the thing you love and you're doing it well, and it passes through you, and you remember that experience. You remember doing that. Gain 1 level.
Whoa!
Wait, no, hang on. Let me just walk back through the room,
Does-
arms wide,
Before
One of these has to be good.
showering in. What's the worst that can happen? I gain a few levels before I die.
Death is
So
not
my
the worst
next-
thing that can happen to you here. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm going up to 5, so my next EXP cap is going to be 15, right?
What this is you're getting 10 experience flat.
Great. Awesome. So now I'll be at 5 out of 15. Very cool.
Yeah. I mean, if anybody wants to, they can go back and redo that. However,
I think the experience I had is probably going to discourage me from that. But it is going to be very funny that, like, Fia is having a terrible time walking across this room, and then Drek walks over. It's like, I feel great. This is awesome.
and I would like everyone to take, or to give themselves, what do I have for this? 3 experience points for getting through the room.
Cool.
Hell yes.
I will level up next time. Yay.
That's what I like to hear.
Now we just got to find a way to die.
Was it a combat encounter? Or
sure we'll find a way.
Encounter? And what are we getting? We are getting...
Bum, 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 bum.
We actually got to do power
Okay.
grinding and just make sure we get 2 levels before our next death, so we can,
Yeah, so you open this door to the next room, and there is a man wearing the same holy armor that you've seen before, and he has with him 3 hounds. 3, they're not like dogs, they're some kind of weird mutant hound thing, and he's got them on a leash, but they are big, and they have claws and teeth, and the second you enter the room, they catch wind of you, and this man starts going, oh, hang on there, hold, sit, what's, huh? And he starts looking around. You guys have a very, very quick moment if you want to try to hide, or you can just start the combat off.
just dash. Razor draws her sword and dashes in there.
Yeah, I think it's like leap into combat for me too.
I would like to summon my creature.
Oh, you're summoning a creature. All right.
Yeah.
Nathan, for this floor and this floor alone, you have a unicorn with you. You can look up a 5e unicorn stat block.
I will be
Your
riding this
fluffy
bad boy.
dessert thing has gotten you a unicorn for 1 floor.
This is just incredible.
And since
I
we're going
think this is
first,
the first sandwich perk anyone's used.
Yeah, we've always died.
that's true, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, this unicorn is awesome.
Yeah, unicorns rule.
And so what? Do they just like act on? Do
Yeah,
I
it'll
like
go after
control
They share
me?
your
Okay,
initiative, yeah.
Cool.
And I'm going to assume our two jumpy fighters are gonna go first. Let's start with. Do either of you have a preference on who wants to go first, or can I just choose somebody?
Yeah, you choose whoever, like, because I think we both spring into action simultaneously, so it's the DM's call who makes it
Alright.
there first.
It's an even number, so Skyan, you are going first.
Right.
So these people, they are within your diving range. If you want to just jump into the middle of a bunch
That
of
is
hounds.
absolutely what I'm doing, because the
Jesus
advantage
Christ.
I get from that will cancel out the disadvantage.
You know, that's actually so fair. All right, go ahead and roll your attack.
I shall. That's a 22 to hit.
Yes. Are you going for the hounds or the handler?
I'm going for the handler. Like, that's the guy, right?
Yeah, let me pull up my combat tracker real quick. Okay, so yeah, 22 does hit the handler.
Cool. Let's roll some damage. That is 6 plus the d8. So another 6. That's 12 damage.
All right, yeah. I mean, you catch this man off guard. Do you want to walk through what
Yeah.
this looks like?
Yeah, basically it's like, villain! And then, whoosh! Straight up into, like, just leaping at this guy. Lands directly at his softest part.
And very few people are prepared for a wrestling hero to yell villain and then leap at them in any kind of combat situation. That's not something you train for. So you do. You leap at this man's softest part, and he takes a spear to the shoulder, and he goes, oh! But he's not down yet.
Well, then we action surge and hit him again!
Yeah.
Ah, that's a 7 to hit. That's not gonna do it.
No, this one does not hit. He manages to twist and block you with his shielded arm that he has, or his armored arm that he has. And he goes, oh, I'm not a villain, I'm a holy man. Ow. Do you have anything else you want to do?
No. I think let's see what happens.
All right, Razer.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out real quick if the second attack that I make as a fighter is a bonus action or if it's just something that is a part of a single action.
I believe a fighter has a follow-up attack for part of a single action, right? Where if you...
Yeah,
You're talking about
because I have 2
multi-attack?
weapon fighting, so I can do 2 attacks with 1 with each hand, right?
Yeah, the second attack with multi-weapon fighting is a bonus action.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Okay.
As fighter, if you have multiple attacks, then that's primary action.
Okay.
Um,
With 2 weapon fighting, it's a bonus action, right?
Yes.
yeah, you
yes.
can use a bonus action to make an attack with your offhand weapon.
Yeah, okay. So Razer, seeing Fia charge in, decides to take a little bit more of like a supporting stance and attack the dogs instead. And also recalling the experience that she had in the void and summoning the power of death to her, she casts Vengeful Blade, which is a weapon attack, and then if it hits, then the next time that thing attacks, it's 1d8, 2d8 actually, because I'm high enough level for that now.
Excellent.
So, going to do a does. Oof, a 9 does not hit, I'm guessing.
A 9 does not hit.
Unfortunate. Okay.
You
and
can't
then
always cheese a roll.
Gonna cheese that roll, so does a 17 plus
go.
a 6 hit?
A 17 plus 6 definitely hits.
Excellent. Okay, and then we'll roll the weapon damage for this, which is... That is a 10.
All right. 10 damage. You land on one of these hounds. Do you want to talk about through what this looks like?
Is this a kill?
No,
Oh, okay.
not quite.
So she's kind of like positioned behind Fia and like backing him up, and so she'll like kind of like slash with one hand at the dog, and then kind of like ready her after the slashing action, kind of like ready her blade to also fire a projectile at this thing.
Okay. Is there anything else you can do on your turn?
Bonus action to also fire off crossbow bolt with advantage because of the what's it called? Because I got a hit.
All right.
Okay, so with advantage, it's an 8. Wow, that's rough.
Yeah, that guns aren't very effective at close range, really. You fire off, you miss. The dog the hound kind of goes. Otto, what do you got? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Did you have more? Okay.
So I summon a unicorn. That's just here now. I guess, honestly, I might completely. I don't know. I shouldn't complete. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spend my movement mounting this horse. First of all,
Heck yeah. You are riding a unicorn. And it's a unicorn.
I go, fantastic beast. We will ride into battle. I would like to cast Firebolt at one of these. I don't care who. Perhaps whoever looks the weakest.
Okay. The one. Are you looking for a dog or a handler?
Let's go with a handler.
Okay. Firebolt on the handler. Firebolt is just it's a spell.
I have to
attack, or
roll
is
to
it
hit. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be oof, a 6. That is not gonna do it.
Yeah. Firebolt just kind of whizzes past this handler, and he goes, "Oh Jesus! Is that a unicorn?"
But it's okay. The unicorn speaks in my mind and goes, "As you command," and
Yes, it does.
runs in, and just runs into battle. So this unicorn has multi-attack. It makes 2 attacks, one with its hooves and one with its horn. So it's going to pierce with the horn at the one that I just missed at the handler.
All right. Roll to hit.
That's gonna be a dirty 20.
That hits. Give me some damage.
And that's going to be 8 piercing damage.
Yes, the handler gets pierced on this unicorn, and it is. I mean, a unicorn is a majestic creature that you think about in like children's stories and things. So it's a little shocking to see one just completely stab through a man, and the man crumples to the ground in a bloody mess. That's maybe a little disturbing, even, but it's effective. Give me that second attack.
This is awesome. Is he dead?
He is dead. He is
Okay.
so dead.
So, are there any other handlers, or is it just the 2 hounds now?
Just the one handler and the 3 hounds, one of which
3
has taken 10
hounds.
damage.
Okay. We'll go for the damaged hound with the hooves attack.
Okay.
That's going to be another dirty 20.
That's going to hit.
And so, hooves. 11 bludgeoning damage with the hooves.
Yeah, so almost like a victory lap after stabbing through this man, the unicorn kind of pivots and runs through a little bit and effortlessly tramples and kills the first of these mutant warhounds.
I hope this lasts forever. That is the entire turn.
All right, Jake Douglas, there are 2 warhounds left.
Is the handler still alive or no?
No, he got
He
impaled
went down
by a
to the
unicorn.
Okay. Then I'm not going to use Vicious Mockery because I assume the dogs don't really care. Instead, I use my bonus action to cast the Finger Guns cantrip. By the way, I should still have my stone mask on, I think.
Yes, that was the last
As long
one
as you
had
didn't
on.
change it, I suppose.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll cast Finger Guns, and then I will use the Finger Guns to go for one of these dogs.
Right. And I believe finger guns is one of those things that comes from Obojima. So can you read the text on that in case you have a DM that does not know what that does?
Oh no, this is Valda's Spire's secret.
It's from Valda. Oh, I should know it then, but I don't.
You extend your forefinger and thumb, a dangerous gesture mimicking a gun. For the duration, your hand counts as a simple ranged weapon with a range of 60/240 feet, and the slow mastery property. You can use your spellcasting ability instead of dexterity for the attack rolls of this weapon. On a hit, the weapon deals 2d6 force damage and doesn't add your ability modifier to damage.
This is awesome. Okay, yeah.
Pretty dang cool. I rolled an 18 to hit. I just kind of assumed that it hit.
Yeah, that hits. That hits.
And that's 9 damage.
All right. So Dreg gives finger guns to a dog, and there's a loud crack. Actually, sorry. Do you want to describe that? I've having too much. I've been enamored with this spell. I didn't mean to take that away from you.
Sure, I'll say, you're not the only heroes here. I'm gonna shoot this dog. Bang!
Oh, the gnome special. Okay.
Didn't know he was bisexual.
All right. And that was 8 damage. So the dog is wounded, but is not dead.
It was 9 damage.
9 damage. Wounded, but not dead.
Okay.
And then is the enemy's turn. Oh, go
If that is the end of Mike's turn, my unicorn will now take its legendary action.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'll give you a unicorn.
It has
kick.
legendary actions? Damn!
Hoof kick the one that he just shot. So
What are you doing to it?
an attack with the hooves again on the one that Drake just shot.
Okay.
So that will be a 19.
Yeah, that hits. That hits.
We're all heroes today. What the fuck? 2 1s on the damage for 6 damage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, again, almost effortlessly. You can't even really tell if this unicorn is intending to trample or is just walking. It just bowls over this hellhound creature. And there is now 1 remaining, which I believe gets a turn. The closest one to the hounds is gonna be Razer. So, Razer does a 14 hit.
It does.
All right.
Man, I wish I took that mage armor. That's okay.
I'm gonna use my reaction, because my fighting style is interception, and I'm gonna reduce whatever damage Razor's about to take by 9.
Oh, by 9.
Yep.
Well, in that case,
1d10 plus 2.
you're only taking 2 damage.
All right.
Yeah.
God damn, nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
what does this look like? So this dog is diving towards Razor, and how do you...
Basically, it's like, careful! And then, like, the lance comes in from the side and, like, whacks the dog across the face. It still gets a little bit of a chomp in, but not like a full bite or whatever it is it's trying to do.
Yeah, the dog yowls and crashes off to the side. And I guess we're, after that 6 save, we are back to the Falcon.
Yeah, and, I'm a fighter, so I know exactly what to do, which is hit things with things. And that's a 20. Natural 20 critical hit.
Woo! That hits.
And
Roll your
because
damage and
I
double
have...
it.
Yeah, and because I have Piercer as a feat, I'll roll an extra damage die.
Oh.
So, let's see. That's... I need to do a d12 for my damage because of the Steel Hawk. So, that's 1. That is 10 damage. So that's 20. That's the thing. And then I can roll an extra damage. Not that I think it's going to matter, but that's another 9 damage on top of the 20. So that's 29 damage.
Yeah, finish us off. Tell me what it looks like when you absolutely annihilate this hellhound monster.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the thing of, he smacks the dog right as it, takes a little bit of a bite out of Razor. And then following the momentum through with that, just, overhead stab right down through the dog's head.
as you do this, all 3 dogs and the handler kind of just gears, 12 in total, 3, 6, 9, 12, 12 in total, pop out from them. And yeah, you're welcome to loot or just move on.
Yeah. Like, takes the lance out of the ground. Like, bad dog.
I think
And in that moment, when the danger has passed, Nathan, your unicorn, turns its head back to look at you, and goes, "I will never forget you, master," and slowly fades away out of existence.
For the record, that unicorn had 3 legendary actions and regains spent legendary actions at the start of their turn.
Holy
The unicorns are fucking awesome.
We could just have set the unicorn to do the whole thing. It's like we just sat back.
just spend all morning rolling for sandwiches and try to get a bunch of unicorns.
Yeah.
Just
as many
cheese the next
sandwiches as I
boss.
can.
Razer wants to just kind of like search the rifle through the what's it called, the dead guy's pockets really quick, just to see if there's anything. And then as she's doing that, like with one knee, she'll kind of like searching through his pockets, she'll kind of like look back up and like look at Fia. Thanks for the save back there. You know, I kind of thought you were all talk, but no, you're pretty good at this.
Allies in the cause of justice must ever be prepared to defend one another. Flourish with spear.
Razer just kind of like has this blue screen look on her face, like, mm-hmm. Thank you. And then do we find anything in the guy?
Yeah. So this guy, in his pocket, had a bunch of these celestial gears that you've been looking for. He seems to have found them somewhere, and I think Nathan, since your unicorn did the most damage here, why don't you give us the roll? I want you to first roll a d4 for me.
All right. That's a 4.
All right. In that case, roll 2d20 for me.
Hubba hubba.
Let's get that gold.
One fell off the table. That is a 7 and a 14.
All right. You find 21 gears on this man.
Wow. Plus the 12 that came out of the bodies.
Yeah.
So that's 33 in total.
Pretty good. And I believe you have 8 with you as well. So that's 41 that you've got right now.
Yes.
Right.
Fortuitous. We make good progress.
And with
Indeed,
that-
we do. Onward.
Yeah. And with that, give yourselves... Oh, go ahead.
Before we go to the next floor, Dreg's gonna put a hand on Otto. It's like, hey, you seem bummed about the unicorn leaving. Well, you don't seem anything, but just like logically, you're probably. Anyway, if you think about it, you spared it, or it leaving spares it from the time loop hell that we are trapped within. So, yeah. And you get bardic inspiration.
Wow. That is very true, Dreg. We did good teamwork in that combat.
Let's not get crazy.
Okay.
And why don't you guys all give yourselves 4 experience for clearing that encounter so expertly?
Hooray!
Let me know when you're ready for the next room.
On
What
to
did
the
you
next.
roll, Jessica?
It would be so funny to get the bomb.
Bomb.
You enter the room. It is a big open room with a single
No.
pedestal in the
No
center.
way.
Let's
Okay.
And atop this pedestal, there is what appears to be a bomb. You have
fucking go.
30 seconds. on
Razer
the
dashes
clock.
in before anyone can do anything else, dives, tackles the bomb off of the pedestal, and just yanks out the red wire.
And when you yank out the red wire, there is a beat. And then the numbers on the countdown move down faster. They hit 0, and nothing happens.
Ah,
You have disarmed the bomb. You have survived the bomb.
She holds up the bomb and turns and looks at Otto and says, "It's always the red one."
I believe this fucking happened 3 times in a row.
There was no possible way for me to know that. This must be some sort of mortal intuition.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, that makes sense. You wouldn't know that. Okay. It's always the red one. I don't know. Like, they always make them with the red one is the bad one. So you take that one out. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell. It's just...
Out of character, just a funny little thing. I rolled a d4, and that's how I decided which color it was. And it is pure coincidence that it happens to be the red wire this time. Like, I rolled a d4 when I was making these encounters, because I was like, oh, it'll be fun to have one that they can come back to and, like, learn every single time. And it'll be, okay, it's the red wire.
And so it coincidentally just happens to be the red wire.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, well, give us our 20 XP, please. We solved the bomb.
Yeah, so for solving the bomb, you do get a whole 5 experience. And I'm going to really quickly roll on the loot table.
Damn, I'm going to level up twice when I die.
Yeah, I might as well. I only need 5 more XP
here.
to get to.
What is the level? What is the experience requirement going from 5 to 6?
I believe it's 15, right? It goes up by 5 every time.
Yeah, it goes up by 5 every single time.
Then I
And
need
it's 20.
6 to 7.
Oh, 20, yeah.
20. Yeah.
It goes up by 5 every time. When you hit level 10, it will that interval will change. But up to level 10, it is 5 experience. Or it is an amount, an increment of 5 every time.
I am level
So you
6
need
with
10
3 additional.
I'm level 4 currently. I need to get 10 XP to get to 5, which I have
15
gotten.
to 6.
And then 15 to 6. Okay.
Yeah. And 20 more to 7.
Got it.
So for your loot for the room, beautiful music starts playing, and from the ceiling descends a deck of cards. This is not a deck of many things. Everyone knows what a deck of many things is. In a world where that exists, I believe that people would talk about the deck of many things. People would know that the deck of many things exists. The deck of many things is ominous. But for now, this thing descending from the ceiling is something else. It has a beautiful sun on it, and it deals forth for you 4 cards. Would somebody like to draw a card from the deck of life?
Move over, everyone. I have done so much gambling over the course of my existence.
And have you won?
Sometimes it's gambling, dude.
That's more gambling than I've done. Go ahead.
All right. And I pick a card.
All right, roll
Is
a
that
d4
like a
for
D4
me.
roll? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I dropped that one.
Good omen.
Okay, mushroom die. Don't be weird again. It's a 2.
It's a 2. You draw a card with a fox on it. And that card then grows large and begins to fold itself like origami. And after it folds itself into a fox-sized fox, it multiplies 4 times. Each of you has a fox familiar until the end of this run.
What?
Wow.
The Deck of Life is a critical success on the loot table roll. Specifically, it requires 2 20s in a row.
Wow.
After rolling the
Fox
bomb
is
yet again,
familiar.
it's only just.
Yeah.
True.
So does that? Do we all?
Um,
Is there 4 card draws, or is it just 1 draw and then we all get the same card?
1 draw and you all get the benefit.
Got it.
And for now, only 4 cards are presented to you. Maybe that will change the higher you get in the tower. But for the first time ever, you are free to move on to floor 4.
Wow. Let's do it. It's not as cool as the unicorn, but
Can I examine this bomb that I'm holding?
Yes, you can.
Does this with my knowledge, is this like a mechanical thing or like an arcana thing?
It is a mechanical thing.
Okay. Does this look like the kind of thing that I would know that if I like shot it with a bullet, it would blow up?
What do you think? An investigation roll, maybe, or do you have a better?
I mean, investigate. I have a +3 to perception, 0 to investigation, but I'm just.
I think an investigation. I don't think
Okay.
perception's gonna help you on this one.
Fair enough. Investigation.
I'm pulling up a fox
That's
stat
an
block
18
for you
though.
guys.
yeah, I'm finding a few. Ooh, 18.
Yeah, you're not gonna explode this by shooting it. And you know that. All right, this is the fox stat block we're gonna use. I've just googled fox stat block. I'm sorry I did not have this one prepared. This is from dndroll.wiki.com. Thank you to D&D Roll Wiki for the fox. How fun!
Floor. And I got origami fox pal. Can it talk?
No, it's just it is a fox for all intents and purposes.
Not as cool as the unicorn.
Yeah, and, like the Falcon Wing of Justice will like once again like the reassuring hand on Razer's shoulders. Decisive action. Well done.
Razer looks back and like, yeah, thanks. You know, the allies of justice must stand together, right?
Like proud nod, right? Like big sort of expressive.
Razer has this kind of like uneasy smile on her face, and they can just trot off towards the next door together.
Yeah.
So you get to the next encounter, and in there is just a single man, and he is wearing one of those like plague witch doctor masks, and he's got a coat full of potions, and he sees you as soon as you open this door, and he goes, "Halt, intruders! Who goes there?"
Is he dressed in any way like the invaders?
He's wearing their colors, but he just appears to be some kind of alchemist or plague doctor.
Oh, okay. In that case, unless someone stops him, the Falcon Wing of Justice is just gonna dive at this motherfucker.
All right. Go ahead and roll for attack.
Roll for attack. That's another launch spent. I'll track that as well. Let's see. So that is a 9 to hit. I don't think that'll do it.
That does not hit.
Awkward.
But it's much the same. Villain! And then, like, off he goes.
And this man effortlessly sidesteps you. And he goes, "Sinner." Who's next?
I think Razer, having seen Fia jump into action, would then also jump into action. So does anybody mind if I go next?
Go ahead.
Go for
Okay.
it.
This time, instead of diving in with her sword, she decides to once again summon this magic that she's kind of starting to feel familiar with, and will cast Eldritch Blast at the potion dude, Plague Doctor.
This is a
So-
spell attack, right? I'm not doing any kind of save.
Yes, to hit. And that is a 22 to hit.
Ooh, okay. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
10 damage.
10 damage. All right. So, as this Eldritch Blast is flying towards this man, he pulls out an empty an empty potion bottle, and throws it in front. And it seems for just a moment like he's about to catch this spell. Your Eldritch Blast breaks through the bottle, and does in fact hit him. And yeah, I mean it's a hefty hit too. Combat tracker going. And he goes, "Ugh! What witchery is this?" Who's next?
I'll go. I'll cast a Vicious Mockery.
Okay. Vicious Mockery is a save, correct?
Yes, and that's a 14 to save.
What stat am I rolling that on?
Wisdom.
barely misses
Now I think
it.
about it. Ah, good. So Dreg says, "Oh, what's wrong? Oh, you a doctor guy? Oh, were you not big enough for the army? I bet you got small ass arms under those robes, idiot."
My arms are fine. I mean, my arms are fine. All right, what's happening to me? I think I have some kind of.
You take damage and then
you-
disadvantage on attack.
Okay.
Yes, you have 1d6 psychic damage and disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes.
Excellent.
2 psychic damage.
Woo! And he goes, my arms are fine. They're fine. All right, Nathan, what you got?
First off, I would like to potentially see. You say he has potions on him.
Yeah.
Can I tell what kind of potions those are?
There's nothing good on this man. These potions are not the kind of potions that heal you. He has potions full of poison and disease and curses and affliction. The kinds of things that would make you nervous to even touch the bottle, to be honest.
I see. Well, I'm resistant to poison and immune to disease, so I'm gonna run in. And I'm also going to tell my fox to sick him. He acts on his own initiative. But I guess I'll just run in. Actually, I don't even need to run in. Firebolt is what I'll be casting. I have to roll to hit on that. And that is a 16.
Okay. Once again, grabbing an empty potion bottle, he catches your firebolt in the bottle and corks it and just stares at you and goes, "Could a man with tiny arms do that?"
You caught my spell.
I did. Can you roll damage for that firebolt spell for me?
Yes, I can. 4 fire damage.
Okay.
And then if my wolf can go after me, or if my fox can go after me,
Yeah, I figured everyone's foxes now.
he's gonna bite him.
All right, roll a bite.
This does pathetic damage, I'm now realizing.
Hey, every bit helps.
And he got a nat 1.
The fox does not successfully bite.
He is no unicorn. Ugh.
Does everyone
Does anyone
roll
else want
all
to
our
do anything with
foxes
the
at the same time and just like a horde of foxes like, jumps on this
Yeah.
man?
Yeah.
Remind me, with familiars,
Sick
they can do stuff like take the help action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'll just sick my fox on him.
All right, roll a bite.
My fox rolls
Okay.
a 23 to bite.
Woo! 23 hits. Go ahead and roll me damage.
It's 1.
It's
One
just
damage.
1.
Death by 1,000 cuts. Here we go.
Mine got a 10 to bite.
That does not bite.
Mm.
All right. So this alchemist man gets a bunch of attacks thrown his way, catches a spell, gets bit by one fox, shakes off a couple of others, and then he stops and he goes, "I will purify all sinners." And he is going to do a few things. He's going to throw a potion, or rather a fire in a bottle at Otto. So Otto, can you give me a dex save to see if you can avoid this?
Sure. That is a 13.
Right, and you rolled a 16 to hit?
Yes.
So I'm going to say you get hit by a firebolt for 4 damage.
Well, that goes into my temp HP.
Then as a bonus action, he's going to grab a potion from his belt. Okay. And he's going to throw it at Fia. Fia,
Did he take a disadvantage on one of these rolls?
he does need a disadvantage on this. I'll do a disadvantage
Armor class
on
is
him.
18, in case it matters.
I'll do the disadvantage on him rolling to choose which potion he got, because you don't want that. Okay, that's much better. AC is 18.
Yep.
Yes. he will in fact throw this potion and hit you.
He almost rolled to get a bomb and throw it at you.
The bomb, it's back!
I won't spoil anything, but he almost rolled something you did not want. You take no damage, but you have half movement speed until you can get rid of it. And then he's going to take yet another action, which means we are going to go with Razer. Razer does a 13 hit.
Our AC is 13, so tie.
It ties. All right. So he throws a potion at you, and you are going. What the fuck is that supposed to say? I've got a typo in my note, and it says potion of D&E. Couldn't tell you what that says. So. Oh, okay. No, I know what that is. God, I hate myself. Yeah. So you you're weakened. You're gonna do -1 to every roll that has any kind of strength or dexterity usage until you can get rid of the spell.
Doesn't the 13 meeting the AC hits?
Meeting the AC hits.
Oh, okay.
Beats
It beats it.
Okay.
Oh.
So that's like saves and stuff, right?
Yeah. Any roll that uses your strength or dex stat, you'll just take a -1 until you can get rid of it. And he didn't roll any of the scary potions, so we will go on to the next turn cycle.
Wow. Who went first?
That would be
Originally.
me, because of, the way that I am. Yeah, like, being hit with this potion, like, Pierre will be like, ugh! Like, truly despicable methods. And that's a smack him in the face with the lance time. 21 to hit?
21 hits.
Excellent. Let's roll that d12 for damage. Where the heck is it? I can just... There. That's a 1. I don't like that, but I have Piercer, so I can re-roll my damage once.
Nice.
That is 6 damage.
Okay. Yeah, this man has taken some hits. He's not looking good. What you got for us, Razer?
So Razer is kind of pissed off that she has this like mystery goo splashed on her. And so she will, at this point, dive in and launch herself using launch. And as she's like kind of like flying through midair, her sword starts to glow with this like uneasy, dark, unnatural look to it. And it glows, but it's also darkness. It glows of darkness. And so as she's launching, she will use Vengeful Blade, launch as a bonus action, and Vengeful Blade is on a melee attack, and does a 22 hit.
A 22 hits. Give me some damage.
All right, so we get the damage from the sword, which is a 9 plus 1d8, which is a 1. So 10, and then so 10 damage, and then the next time that this guy tries to use an action, he will take 2d8 necrotic.
Unfortunately, this man will not be using any actions anymore. He is very dead. You do your cool jumping vengeance blade and just slash right through him, and there's a beat before he crumples to the ground, and you get 5 gears. And there's a treasure chest in this room, which is pretty cool, I think.
Razer like lands into with like a superhero landing, having just like slashed through this man, kind of like one hand on the ground, sword out, and then like one leg, and just like flips her hair back up, and then kind of like looks back at Fia just to be like, yeah, that's how I do it.
Excellent form. Now this, and like Fia's like moving uncomfortably, trying to brush whatever goop it is off of himself. And I think Fievel will also check the dude's corpse. Like, basically, like, does he have some Windex? Does he have, like, some isopropyl alcohol?
So you check his corpse, and as you do, his potions are losing their glow. They're losing their color. The spells that he had in bottles are fading away. The potions are turning into a clear liquid. And he doesn't really have anything on him of value anymore.
That's all I'm doing until, like, anyone want to check out the treasure chest?
I will definitely want to check out the treasure chest.
All right. So in this treasure chest that you open, you find a clock. This clock is interesting. It's not the aesthetic of the clocks around town. It doesn't really match with the city, but you can tell that it is from here. It's a piece of art. It seems to have been made by some kind of magical artisan who knows how long ago. And on this clock, there are just wisps of color moving throughout it, like almost like it's animated brightly. And you don't know why you know this, Otto, but you get the feeling that if this clock is with you in a room outside of a treasure chest, you'll get some interesting wild magic surges when magic is cast. This was our first elite combat encounter. So doing these drops more gears than normal, more experience than normal, and gives you an item that will act as a global modifier for the rest of the run. This particular one, Otto will always know what these modifiers do because of her connection to the Citadel. This one will give you a wild magic surge roll after every spell cast.
I'm going to be wearing this. I assume it's some sort of pocket watch type thing. It's going right next to my other one. Or my other gear.
It's like a clock. Like it's a little unwieldy. You have room to fit it inside because you've got storage space. I'm not gonna like be weird about like, oh, where's
Otto
your clock?
walking around like Flavor Flav.
So it's a wild magic surge. Is it like if I cast a spell, it will surge every time, or if I want to surge, it will surge?
If anyone in the floor that you are on casts a spell, there will be a wild magic surge.
No matter
Including
what.
the enemies?
Time to run into some wizards. Holy shit.
Oh, including enemies.
Nathan, I have bad news for you about what my flow chart for actions is.
We're all going to grow so many beards.
Is there... I assume you have a table for this, not me.
Yeah, I mean it's the 5e wild magic
Okay.
chart. I can drop it in chat.
I see. How convenient.
How many gears did we get for this guy, by the way?
You received
5. It was
5 gears.
We didn't get
and
XP yet, though.
I was supposed to roll on top of that. I've realized. Sorry, it's 1d6 plus 5. You've received 6 gears.
6 gears. Awesome.
Hey.
And as far as XP goes, for an elite combat encounter, you receive 5 experience.
Hooray!
Slightly more than
Wow.
you've been getting. The modifier is, I think, the big thing for these.
So I hit 10 out of 10, and I just now hit 15 out of 15. And so the next one is 20.
Yeah, so now you're 0 out of 20. A few levels coming. And
How did I get higher in experience than you? I know the answer. I got a rare candy, but still.
Yeah, I'm storing that wild magic thing with me for sure. I don't know if I'm going to tell the others.
That's just a normal clock.
I think I'm like, oh, cool, magical clock, perfect for my collection.
incredible.
Excellent.
Shall we move forward to the next floor?
Let's.
Yes.
Yeah, in my case, slowly.
Okay. You move up these stairs and give me a perception check before you walk through this next door.
Everyone.
That's a 17 for me.
11.
17, 11.
6.
That's a 2.
2. All right. Dreg and Otto, I don't think you hear anything. But for our other 2 party members, you hear what sounds like a laugh through the door. Not like a particularly unique or, special laugh. It's just like if somebody says something funny in a conversation and somebody who wasn't expecting to be laughing laughs and is like, oh, that's very funny. Fia, with your role, you recognize the voice behind that laugh as one Sarah Queen.
Yeah, so like instantly Handout like stops everyone in their tracks and like looking over at Razer. Did you hear that?
A laugh?
Your sister.
What?
Her voice, I'm certain.
That's impossible.
It ought to be.
Okay, well, let's go slowly then.
Something foul is at play. Trust nothing.
Yeah, something's not right.
And so you open this door, and inside, you see 2 people sitting at a table. One you recognize as Razor's sister, Sarah. The other is a man who's dressed less like clergy and more like a stage magician. He's got a bright red cape on over his white button-up shirt, wearing black pants, and he's holding a wand in his hand. And he and Sarah seem to be having a rather cordial conversation when she stops and looks and goes, Razer! Hi! How are you?
Sarah?
Yes. Hi. Oh, before you get too close, I did cast Zone of Truth on I'm sorry, remind me your name? And he goes, my name is Deacon Winters. Pleasure. Hi. Yes, there's a Zone of Truth thing happening. You don't have to enter if you don't like. It is censored directly on me. But I try not to lie anyway, so it's fine, truly. There's not really an issue with it.
What are you doing in here? How did you get here?
I don't know. I just kind of woke up here.
Can I history check to know if Sarah would actually know how to cast Zone of Truth?
Yes, you can.
Okay. What would I roll?
History, Arcana, Insight. She's your sister. You can actually give me whatever skill that you would like.
Those are actually all the same for me, so we'll check.
Okay.
And that is a nat 1. So
Dang.
Razer does not know.
I mean, she's good.
Distracted by.
Yeah, she's good with magic.
Damn.
You're also welcome to enter the Zone of Truth and feel the effects of the spell. That could be a good way to give it away.
Sure. Razer will take like 1 step in and yeah.
As you get closer, the deacon's going to go. Just so we're clear, I know we are on the opposite sides of a war, but I don't consider myself one of them. This was a job. I'm not a zealot in the way that they are, and I'm not thrilled with being here, and I don't intend to harm you. Please don't kill me.
Then, sir, step aside, and we shall proceed.
How do you know my
yeah,
sister?
You're welcome.
Do you know why she's here?
No, I just found her. Well, some of the soldiers found her and wanted to kill her because she's from here, and that seemed bad and wrong. So I said that she was a spy and we had business, which was a lie, and kind of pulled her over here to not die. And Sarah's like, yeah, that's pretty much. It was terrible. There are so many people in this tower. When you do enter the Zone of Truth area, you do feel like you're entering some kind of magic. You feel like,
Razer is going to say, I trust you.
To who?
To Sarah. Okay, I trust you.
Does Razer trust Sarah?
No, not right now.
Then you physically are unable to say it. You begin the sentence that it's clear what you were about to say. and then you stop. And Sarah looks at you, and she goes, oh. For what it's worth, I trust you.
Okay, this is mind game bullshit. I'm gonna cast Finger Gun. I want to shoot for where the string would be on a puppet, like it was earlier.
Ooh, okay. Roll to hit.
That's 24 to hit.
Wow.
Yeah, you fire, you hit the string, and the puppet that was Sarah falls and clatters to the ground. And the deacon looks at you and goes, well, damn. Have you done this before? Or am I just bad at setting a trap?
You used the puppet trick on me earlier in the city.
No, that's fair. I saw somebody close to you, and I was like, oh, well, I can use that against you, and I guess I got a little bit carried away. I didn't expect you to get here so soon. How many days is this? How many times have you been through this loop?
Oh, go fuck yourself. We're not giving you intel.
Wait, you know about the time loop?
Yes. For me, this is
Oh, wait,
day
that is weird.
4.
How do you know about the time loop?
I've lived this day 4 times. I assume you've also lived it 4 times, but I'm not 100% sure.
Do you know where the time loop comes from?
I don't. I know something is happening here, and most of my cohorts don't actually remember what's going on. Command seems to, if we can get a message to them, but that's been hard to escape. But there's a few of us. We've got these, and he holds up a necklace with a massive gears that looks a lot like the ones that you guys have, but his is pure white. And he goes, it's meant to protect those of us who are important here. I've been sort of monitoring your activities. I've noticed you've come into the tower every day and behaved a little bit different. At first I thought maybe...
Quick question. You say he's holding it up so that it's like it's on a loop around his neck. Would it theoretically be possible for someone to stick a lance through that loop and rip it off of him real quick?
It sure would be if you'd like to try.
I would like to try. Just an attack roll?
Yeah, just an attack roll.
Okay. That's a 21?
You do, in fact, get this thing off of the deacon, and the second it's out of his reach, this massive gears, this pendant, is no longer what it seems. It is just a piece of wood on 2 strings made of the same material as those puppets. And the deacon stands and goes, oh, please, you don't think that I would risk that? And as the combat starts, 3 more puppets descend from the ceiling. We're going to call that Fia's first attack for this round.
Yes.
But welcome to the first boss fight of...
Wow.
For the record,
Hmm?
Otto is invisible because when Dreg cast finger guns, I disappeared.
Oh, right. We should all actually do wild
Actually,
magic search rolls,
yeah.
shouldn't we?
So, yeah, Otto is not the one who rolls on that. Dreg rolls for the finger guns. Sorry, I completely forgot.
So Dreg roll. I see.
Yeah, and so it affects Dreg. My apologies.
Got it.
pull
So,
up.
okay.
Yeah, it's
So
wild
then-
magic for everyone in the room.
All right. I am on rolladie.com because I don't possess a D100 in real life.
I see. I thought it just
So
affected no matter what.
No, it's
It's a
whoever the
24.
Let me pull up my box.
Caster is so much more interesting.
Your skin turns a vibrant shade of blue. Remove curse spell can end this effect.
So you are a vibrant shade of blue.
Ah,
Okay.
feeling blue.
That's fine, I guess.
Actually, this is so weird because this means I also have to roll it for Deacon Winters
Oh.
for summoning those puppets that he just dropped on you guys.
I hope he casts Fireball on himself.
There's a possibility that this boss fight goes very differently than I expected it to. Oh, for the next... Okay, yeah, that's cool. He rolled a 15. For the next minute, he gains 5 hit points at the start of each of his turns.
Great.
Oh, cool. Great.
Fantastic.
Great.
We'd love that. Okay, is it okay if Razer takes a turn right now? Are the puppets next to him or next to us?
The puppets appear to be surrounding him, almost like they're flanking him.
Okay.
Also,
Razer
Right.
is going to...
Quick question. I put my lance through the necklace and pulled it away.
Mhm.
And the moment it left his grip, the illusion dropped and it turned into wood.
Correct.
Okay. So we don't... Because out of character, my suspicion is that, like, that ain't him. But I guess we'll find out.
So what is Razer doing?
Razer is going to whip out her sword as the puppets come down and be like, just kind of like walk slowly forward towards him and like, I don't know who you are or what you up to, but nobody threatens my sister. And then she's gonna dive into range of all of the and just like towards him, but in the middle of all of them, and then with like an angry yell, and then casts Arms of Hadar.
That's a saving throw, right?
Yes, it is a strength. I didn't mean to roll damage there, but it's a strength save throw of 14.
Okay. You hit all 5. How much damage are you doing to me?
All 5?
Hmm?
Him and
The 4 puppets and the man.
Oh, 4 puppets, not 3 puppets.
Oh,
so
sorry.
the
3
Sarah
puppets.
puppet.
Sorry, all 4.
All 4. Okay. I was like, is there one that we don't know about?
Yeah. No, sorry. I
okay.
forgot that I
Yeah,
said 3.
on all 4, it does 7 necrotic damage, and then anything. 7 necrotic damage, and the targets can't take reactions at the start of its next turn.
All 4 puppets immediately clatter to the ground. Any illusion on the one that looked like the deacon has fallen, and the deacon, standing in his magician's cloak, sort of just appears almost as if he had been invisible, off to the side in the back of the room, holding one of those like wooden puppetry handles, and he goes,
Was that a spell she just cast?
Yes, it was.
that was,
Hate to
roll
do
yourself
that
a
now.
wild magic
Let me
surge.
roll myself some wild magic. I got myself an 89. What's 89? It is... I'm invisible
thing-
for the next
That's
minute.
the I rolled. Yeah.
And then you disappear.
Can I? Do I notice that I disappear?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I notice that this guy appears, and then noticing that I am now invisible, I'm going to use the rest of my movement to relocate myself so that I'm no longer in the position that I once was. Presumably, like in a direction that's like, if I'm here and he's there, I'm taking like an off angle, but towards him.
Okay.
So who's left? Are the puppets still? I know they're fragile.
The puppets are down.
Puppets are down.
Yeah.
And so
It's
it's just dude in the corner.
Yeah, going.
Shatter
Yeah. Fuck this guy up.
coming. So that is a con save of only 11,
Yes, he passes.
but he'll take damage no matter what. So that'll be 10 thunder damage halved because he passed to 5 thunder damage. And I also have to roll wild magic. Huh. It's gonna be 26. An eye appears on my forehead. For the next minute, during that time, you have advantage on perception checks that rely on sight. Incredible. That's
Dreg.
all I need to do, yeah.
Yeah.
This is so exciting.
On the one hand, I could shoot my finger gun, and that wouldn't be considered a spell, because that just makes my hands into weapons, so it's not casting it again. On the other hand, I kind of want to try to do the biggest damage I can.
Yeah. You don't know about this wild magic stuff. You just turned blue for who knows why.
That too. So I'm going to cast Defenestration, which is a second level spell, also from Valdes. It's a strength saving throw of 14. On a failure, the target is pushed up to 20 feet and thrown through a window of your choice. If there is no window within 20 feet of the target, it is instead pushed up to 20 feet in a direction of your choice and thrown through a window of arcane force.
Please throw him towards me, because my movement speed is half right now.
That works for me. On a successful save, the target is instead only pushed 10 feet and takes no damage.
All right. And remind me, what skill am I saving on?
Strength. Which I don't think Puppet Guy's jacked.
I don't suppose a 3 saves.
No. It does
All right,
not.
so he is thrown through a window towards
Yeah, that is 4d6 slashing damage, and he is prone.
Ooh, wow. You haven't even leveled
Also,
up yet.
the arcane window shatters and vanishes. So that's 2, 3, 8,
Just
and
insult to injury.
Ooh, nice. 13. Yeah, 13 slashing damage.
Okay, that's what I like to see. So that brings him down to... Okay. And then I believe we have a bunch of foxes.
Dreg does have to roll
I forgot
wild
about
magic
that.
as well.
Oh, yeah, Dreg does have to roll
Oh,
wild
yes,
magic
I
first.
do.
But hey, all
Sorry,
our
I'm
foxes
adjusting
attack
my
with
camera.
advantage because he's
Okay.
prone.
True.
That's true.
Oh,
Okay. That's an 80, which is illusory butterflies and flower petals flutter in the air within 10 feet of you for the next minute.
So now you're blue with like butterflies and
Yeah.
flowers
Oh,
just
wow.
surrounding you.
Yeah, so the
Turning
butterflies and
progressively more
flowers.
adorable.
The butterflies
What
and
the
flowers
hell
start, and he's like,
What's happening?
"What the fuck? What the fuck?"
you
Because
look
he hasn't looked at
incredibly
himself
heroic,
yet.
Dreg.
Who said
What kind
that?
of magic is this?
I don't know.
So my fox got a 16 to hit on him.
Oh yeah.
All right,
hold on.
fox. Yeah, everyone roll your foxes, and then we'll see.
Fuck. I missed.
Advantage. You
got-
have advantage because it's
Yeah,
prone.
no, it
He's
was
prone.
a 1 and a 3.
19 with advantage.
Oh, 2 hits.
Dirty 20 with advantage.
3 have
Must be
hit.
nice.
Go ahead and roll your damage for me.
It's just
It's
one damage.
one
flat
for each.
always.
Yeah, just one
So
piercing
3 damage.
damage.
Okay.
Little paper
It's like he gets thrown through a window, splat on the floor, and then 3 foxes just go.
God damn it, uncivilized. Oh. And he looks for a moment and he goes, fuck, shit, this is not going to plan. And we are going to use one of his legendary actions.
Whoa.
And there are now 10 puppets in the room. Let me roll a D100 really quickly.
Oh my god.
If I roll all zeros, is that a 100?
Yes.
Jesus. Oh, cool. He regains all expended sorcery points since. Oh, he is actually also a sorcerer. So that's very nice. Okay.
How about it?
Yeah. And so, yeah, puppets. Just puppets falling from the sky. I just refreshed my sorcery points. How many puppets did I say? I said 10.
10.
10, yes.
10. Okay. So yes, 10 puppets spawn in the room. And then for his turn, he's going to...
Stand up, I guess.
Yeah, he's gonna... he's gonna stay where he is on the ground. And he's going to cast Vicious Mockery, probably on Dreg, because Dreg is
Hey.
the one who has done the most to him. So go ahead and do a wisdom save for me, Drag Douglas.
All right, let me look. Also, I'm moving all around because I gotta plug my camera in. But oh, cool! I have +0, so this is a flat roll. That's an 8.
Nice.
That does not succeed. So that's gonna be some psychic damage. Go ahead and take 7 psychic damage. And you have disadvantage on your next attack roll. And then, with that, the puppets are going to go. So, we have 10 puppets in this room. The first one is going to jump at Fia. Fia, you may choose to take a Dex saving throw, or a Strength saving throw, or a Con saving throw, depending on how you would try to avoid a puppet jumping and grabbing you.
I'm gonna go with a con.
Okay. And how are you using Con to do it? Are you just taking it, just trying to outforce it?
Basically, yeah, that's a 25. So I figure with Constitution, it's jumping at him, and he like brings the lance up and kind of swats it aside.
Okay.
Like just like not like hitting it, but like just like it hits his lance and it just like kind of bounces off.
And so when you
It's a 24.
do that saving throw with a 24, okay. Yes, you do save, which is good because it does not successfully grab you, and therefore when it detonates, it doesn't kill you.
Cool.
Cool.
No. It wouldn't. It's not an instant kill. It just doesn't do damage to you. So next one is I, which is going to be at Razer. You have a puppet jumping at you. You've just seen one jump at Fia and then explode. How are you dodging?
I am invisible.
This is a good point.
It's a good way to dodge.
Also, if the puppet master bringing these in is a spell, he has to roll wild magic.
He did.
Oh, he
did.
did? Okay.
Yeah.
Just
So I have to
keeping
roll
tabs.
either a strength, dex, or con, right?
Yeah, but you're invisible, so
what does that
you're
mean?
They'll
fine.
probably
It's
target
actually
me instead.
gonna target Fia instead.
Yeah.
Fia, got another one jumping at you.
Well, that's a 10 on the con save.
All right, so you're gonna take some damage and be knocked prone. Take 7 damage and you are prone.
7 damage and I'm prone. Okay, that's fine. That's just the temp HP plus a bit.
And since you're prone, I want you to roll with disadvantage on this next roll to avoid yet another puppet diving at you.
Dang, man.
Let's see. That's another 10.
Okay, so you're gonna take 4 more damage, and you are still prone.
I would imagine so.
The dog piling on him. Let him get up.
Now, one of them is gonna go for the triple attack combo that we saw earlier against Dreg, but this one's not targeting Dreg, it's targeting foxes. So I'm gonna roll a d4 to see whose fox is not getting targeted. Razer, your fox is not getting targeted. Everyone else, yeah, we're gonna roll. So Nathan, starting with you, your fox does an 18 hit.
Yeah, I don't even need to check that.
All right. Where's my dice?
Yeah,
That
the
fox
AC is
takes-
13 on these things.
Ooh, okay. It takes 6 damage.
He has 2 HP. He is dead.
Ooh.
He never
Yeah, I think a
did
hit just
anything.
means death.
Yeah. So this, yeah, actually, there's +2, so or more than +2, depending on which attack in the combo it is. So this origami fox is chopped through, and the paper unfolds, returns itself to being a card, and flutters back up into the sky. Mike, your fox. I'm assuming a 4 does not hit.
No, it does not.
Alright. And Skyen, 13 meets it, beats it.
Yep.
And I don't even need to roll damage because the bonus
Fox
is
go
enough.
poof.
Fox go poof. So there are only 2 foxes left. Drone G has attacked for the turn. Dreg Douglas. The drone is jumping on you. Or a puppet is jumping on you. Give me a dex con or strength save to get out of the way.
We'll go with Dex. Are you sure I can't charisma my way out of it? That's an 8.
Yeah, this one lands on you and explodes, and you take 6 points of damage and are knocked prone.
Oh, okay. Ouch.
That means that Puppet F has exploded. Puppet E is going to come at you and swing for that nice 3-hit combo. It's going to take advantage on you because you are prone. So it's going to go in. Wow. I'm assuming a 10 does not hit you.
No, it does not.
All right. I'm assuming a 4 does not hit you.
No, it does not.
I'm going to assume a 17 hits you.
Yeah.
Take 12 points of slashing damage. I believe you have
Holy shit.
a stone mask on
that-
still, so you lose
yeah.
at least 2 of that.
Only 10. I still
Only
have
10.
I still have 8 whole health left.
All right. That's not a lot. I'm sorry. Otto. We're moving on to you.
Yeah. Cool.
Dex,
My fox
con, or
that
strength? How you
Did
getting that? Oh,
nothing
right.
is dead. Con for sure. Going with con here. That is a 16.
Yes. This puppet dives and explodes, and you are not knocked prone. But now another one is going to come at you. Does a 10 hit?
A 10 does not hit.
Swings in. You feint to the left. Does a 19 hit?
19 does hit.
All right. You are taking some damage from the second hit in the combo. Go ahead and take 9 damage.
This is my first real damage.
Ooh.
That actually lowered my HP. Ow!
You have
That
experienced
actually
pain for the first time.
That hurt.
That hurt. That wasn't nice.
Does a natural 20 hit?
Yeah!
Shocking. All right.
Did they get that through advantage?
No.
Alright, yes. That hits.
All right. So 9 times 2 is gonna be 18 points of damage. Oh.
I'm still up.
You're still up. Okay. Got
Thank God
3
for temp HP.
more puppets to
Yeah.
go. One of these puppets is going to move to guard the deacon, and does not have any ranged moves. And then this last puppet is going to also attempt to detonate itself. This one is going to jump on Fia. So Fia, you're still prone, correct?
Yes.
All right.
So con save with disadvantage, I guess, or is it attacking?
It's attacking.
Okay. AC is 18.
Okay. Neither of those hit. All right. Yeah, it just misses you. You're on the ground, and it's like that scene from the Terminator with the wet one going. You just cannot hit. You have some kind of plot armor, and it is now back to the players. There are
Holy shit.
1, 2, 3, 5 of the 10 puppets still standing. The other 5 have detonated themselves on you.
All right. Well, if I can take my turn, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna attack the wizard guy, the sorcerer guy.
Okay. How are you talking? What are you doing?
With my lance specifically. Or is there like one of the puppets was guarding him? Is that in the sense of it's putting itself between him and damage, or?
Yes, it's trying to put itself between him and damage.
Okay. Well,
You can try to move past it if you want to take an attack of opportunity.
I'll take an attack of opportunity for that. Absolutely.
Okay. Then it is gonna swing in, and I don't think a 17 hits you. I think you said 18 was wrong.
No, it does not.
So it swings and misses, and you, excuse me, are good to go in at the deacon again.
I would imagine a 19 hits.
Yes, a 19 hits. Walk me through it. What are you doing to this deacon?
I am basically the puppet goes for me, doesn't even dodge out of the way. He just kind of takes it on the shoulder with his armor, and then it's like, "Thus ever to evildoers," and tries to bring the lance down. Let's see, that's it. 1d12 for the damage to start with. And that's 12 damage, plus my modifier, which is +2, so that's 14.
So you bring your spear down, or your lance down, and it pierces through the deacon's head. And for a moment, it feels like victory until the body turns to wood and you have taken down one more puppet.
Blast.
We're gonna
Cowardice.
take another little out of turn action here for the deacon, and the remaining 5 puppets are all going to transform to look like you. So there's going to be one that looks like Dreg, one that looks like Otto, one that looks like Fia, and one that looks like Razer, and one that is going to remain looking like a puppet. When this happens, the room rotates and things turn and move. Go ahead and give me a perception check to see if you can keep track of who is who.
Ooh.
Well,
That's a
thanks.
15 from me.
19 plus 3. Yes. 20.
I
20,
got
20.
a dirty 20.
A 20, a 15, and a 21.
22.
22.
Thanks to my third eye, I get advantage on this. Huh. Which is going to be a 14.
Okay, yeah. So, the only person fooled by this is Otto.
What? My third eye.
So, I believe Razer, it is now your turn.
Okay. So, what we can see are 5 puppets, 4 that look like the 4 of us, 1 that looks like wood, and then we don't know where the guy is.
Correct. And you are not fooled. You know exactly which ones are the puppets. You're good at battlefield stuff. The DC was 15. If that's it.
Okay. How many are grouped within a radius of 10 feet?
Before we do that, I do need to roll on the wild magic table. I did forget.
Heck yeah. He turns into stone.
Illusory butterflies and flower petals
Not
flutter in the
again!
air within 10 feet for the next
Within
minute.
10 feet of which puppet?
Of him, right?
Yeah, within 10 feet of him.
So
Where?
where are the butterflies?
Why don't you give me another perception check if you want to look for the butterflies?
So interesting. We gotta kill this
Plus a
guy
3,
now.
19.
19.
I only got a 3, so I don't spot it.
Yeah, so if you look up.
I'll also roll for that.
Okay.
I got a nat 20.
Yeah. Oh, I got a 6.
Okay. Yeah, so those of you who rolled over a 15, which I believe is just Razer and Drag, correct?
Yes.
You see a lot of butterflies floating around up in the vaulted ceilings of this room. There's some wooden beams and we call it rafters up there. And yeah, there's some flower petals and butterflies floating around up there. You could probably pinpoint where the center of that is. You know, there's no visible figure up there, but
How high up is it?
30 feet.
If I understand the launch
Is 15.
correctly, you can only go 15 feet until you're level 7.
Okay. Razer is going to aim for the center of mass on this thing. And I'm assuming that because I cannot see that I would have like disadvantage or something on it.
Yeah, disadvantage.
Does the fact that I'm invisible give me advantage? since he cannot see me either?
No. Does being invisible normally give you advantage?
On attacks, yeah.
Oh, it does? Okay. In that case, yeah, take a flat roll. We'll.
Cancel
You've got
each
advantage
other
from
out?
being invisible and disadvantage. Yeah, take a flat roll. My apologies.
So yeah, I'm gonna fire off crossbow bullet into the empty space, and does a 10 hit.
I don't believe so, but I forgot what's my face. No, a 10 does not hit.
Okay. Then yeah, Razer has revealed herself and yell out, "I think he's up there! I think he's up there!"
Butterflies, flower
Yeah.
petals. Going, God damn it! God damn it! God damn it! God damn it!
Those wild magic surges are really adding spice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Is that the end of Razor's turn?
Yeah.
All right. Who's next?
I think it's me.
All right.
So I am confused by these puppets, but also Razor just said that the deacon is up there.
Mhm.
Shatter!
Yeah. All right. What's the DC or what's the save on Shatter again? It's a
Con
save?
11.
That's a natural 1. So I'm assuming that's a failure.
So that's gonna be abysmal rolls, 6 damage.
And I'm also prone, correct?
Let me see. On a failed save, a creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save and half as much on a successful one. Not prone. Doesn't say anything about prone.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, then I'm not falling off the rafters. How much damage did you say that was?
Only 6
Only 6. Okay.
from 3d8. Kind of sad.
Yeah, you shatter this man, and it does drop his invisibility yet again, and he goes, "Ah, fuck, damn, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck every single one of you. You just had to make it a whole thing. I was trying to talk with you. I was going to poison you. It was going to be a nice, easy death, and now I will make all of you suffer."
Quick question. What is the when he's standing up on the rafters? What is the rafters made of?
Wood.
Wood in 5e has hit points of 10, and Shatter, I'm pretty sure, just did more damage than that.
That's true. So we are taking
Uh.
3d6 fall damage.
Well,
To
didn't the
be
shatter
honest,
just do 6?
my shatter only did 6. It was a pretty sad roll.
Oh, 6. So the wood is cracked in damage. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, the wood is cracked in damage. Okay.
I do also need to roll wild magic.
Yes. Potted plant, potted plant, potted plant.
That was
gonna be so cool. 55? Oh, I don't even know if this affects me. Your hair falls out, but will grow back in 24 hours.
You know, your hair is like a piece of marble that's sculpted, and it would be very funny if that just went.
All right.
And so if you're cool with it, this marble chunk of hair just goes. And just falls on the ground.
Oh, my hair.
Dreg
my
Douglas. Oh, go ahead.
Entire turn. Oh, actually, oh no, I cast a spell. Yep, that's my entire turn. Ugh.
Okay. Wood is damaged. We have a decent idea of where this guy is. We don't necessarily have eyes on him.
No, we do now. His invisibility dropped when he took damage.
Oh, perfect. I was gonna try to barter to get like a perception check to get eyes on him, but if we don't gotta do
No,
that,
you're
we don't
good.
gotta do that. This guy's within 30 feet, and I can see him, and I got 2 second spell slots left. We're casting Defenestration at a diagonal angle to knock him off his wood, and ideally, I don't know how his puppets are situated, but if he could like land on a puppet or something, that'd be super cool.
Okay, yeah, I'll allow it.
That is, of course, I mean, like, either way, he's getting pushed because even on a fail, or even on a success, he gets pushed 10 feet. So that's a strength save of 14.
Yeah, he does not succeed that strength save.
Tough.
So he gets
Great.
sent diagonally down through a window and takes how much damage?
4d6 slashing plus fall.
Yeah, plus 3d6 of fall. So I'll roll the fall damage. You roll the 4d6.
Let's go.
12 slashing damage.
And 11 falling damage. And funny thing about specifically doing 23 damage right here is you have done enough damage to kill this man right here on the spot.
Let's go.
And it's a good thing you did, because I'm pretty sure his next turn would have party wiped it. So you throw him diagonally down through a window that materializes, and he hits the ground and crumples. And when he does, all of his puppets just collapse onto the ground. The ones that were disguised turn back into wood. The room that has sort of reoriented itself just returns back to normal, as if it wasn't actually reoriented at all. It was just some kind of weird mirror illusion trick. And this man is dead.
Sick. Dreg's immediately gonna go over and loot him for the real gear, because he doesn't want to deal with this fucking guy again.
For the real gear, you said?
The necklace.
Oh, the necklace.
The necklace, yeah.
So picking this up, this necklace does not feel good. It's like when you're standing in front of a light that's too bright and you can feel that it's hurting and burning. It's sterile. It's inhumane. It feels bad to hold. It feels bad to look at. And it's heavy in a way that your gear isn't.
I want to destroy this thing.
All
But
right,
I
how
am
you
going to run a
destroying
I do want to run a quick Arcana check. And then I'm breaking the fucking thing, because
Okay.
this is bad
Could I
mojo.
also
But
do that? Or maybe give assistance.
it? Yeah, take your pick. Assistance or an Arcana
Yeah.
check.
What's your Arcana, Mike?
+3.
That's close enough. I'll just give you advantage. And I can give you guidance,
Alright.
actually, as well. So add a d4 onto it.
Hey, all right. Yeah, I think a single brain cell activates, or is like, investigate. Okay, that is a 13 plus 3 plus 3, which brings us to 19.
Alright. So in this moment, post battle against this very powerful and strong foe, you're looking at this necklace, this pendant, and the one that you have, it feels good to hold. It feels like hope. It feels right. It's part of this citadel. It's part of this loop. This new one, this pure white one, feels unnatural. It feels like it's not part of this loop. It's not part of this world. Almost like it has forced its way in here, like it doesn't belong, like it's an aberrant tear in the reality that you're in. It feels disgusting. You're thinking about destroying it, and you have never been more certain that something is the right idea than in this moment. You need to destroy this.
Cool. I'm just gonna smash it against the floor, swinging it by the necklace. Just.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't seem fragile, but it seems like the act of smashing it with the intent to break it does, in fact, cause it to break. It splits in half, clean down the center, and then begins to crumble into pieces, and then it reforms itself into one very large gear.
Super gear.
I'm destroying this one too. I'm not taking any chances.
No. Drag.
Hold on. Pick it up. Do the little Mario thing. Diddly dippity bip bow.
Super gear. We collected a star.
Gotten a super gear, gotten rid of a weird necklace thing.
I think Razer is going to bend down and kneel over this man and just like stare at him. And then I think she's gonna like pull out like a little like dagger and just like cut his heart out.
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Yep. All right.
I think you're gonna get like a whoa. Is this strictly necessary?
Yes, very, yes.
She stops what she's doing and just like looks up at Fear and like, do you have a sister?
You get the sense that he's just about to speak, but he doesn't. Just silence.
And then she turns back and then just finishes cutting it out. And then after she cuts it out, she throws the heart on the ground and stomps on it with her foot.
Right on.
Something tells you that some kind of force or entity outside of your perception is happy with you. Add a d4 to your next roll. Whether or not you feel good about doing that is up to you. But something else feels good about you doing that.
Dreg fully applauds you. Yes. That is the permanent solution. That is the permanent, that is the decision making we need. This tried to fucking kill me in the street.
She stands up abruptly and says, "Shut up, Dreg," and then turns around and walks towards the next door.
Alrighty.
Anything else in this room at all?
These are
Or
the
is
actions
just
of heroes.
corpse on the ground, yeah. Mutilated corpse.
I'm learning so much.
Yeah, so there's just a mutilated corpse on the ground. I suppose if you wanted to like loot it, you could do that instead of continuing to mutilate it. But like that's up to you, really.
I don't think Fier wants to touch it. Like I think that something about that feels like not right.
I'll fucking touch it.
Yeah, like someone with less of a moral compunction.
Let me get in there. Let me run those pockets.
Yeah. So inside of his pockets is a small bag of holding.
Sick.
Yo.
And if you were to, say, reach into that bag of holding, you would find 4 magic items. Specifically, specifically 4 magic boots.
Magic boots.
I would like each of you to roll a d10 for me.
Oh
D10.
boy. I got a 3.
I got a 4.
I got a star, which is a 10.
Okay.
Plus 4, because you said 4 to my next roll. So 14.
Not on this roll, sorry.
I got a 6.
We all rolled different. Yay.
All right, so Nathan, you got a 3, you said, correct?
Yes.
You have boots of jumping, plus 10 feet to your jump height. And also, you guys are welcome to trade these around if you want to. Skyen, you got a 4?
Yep.
Boots of sneaking. You no longer make any noise while moving and have advantage on sneaking rolls.
Huh.
Cool.
Mike, you got a 6?
Yes.
Boots of standing strong. You cannot be knocked back or knocked prone. And Josie, you got a 10?
Correct.
Boots of fancy feet. Once per turn, you can roll a dex save to avoid an attack completely. Your DC is the attack roll.
Wait, but we don't have death saves, so it's just like...
A dex save.
Oh.
Roll a dex save. So
sorry,
you
once per
can-
turn you can roll a dex save to...
Avoid an attack completely.
Okay, cool.
The DC of the challenge will be the roll. So if somebody rolls a 17 to hit, if you can roll higher than a 17, you avoid it.
Does that take an action or reaction? It's just... I could just do it?
Just once per turn for free.
Cool. Yeah.
So go ahead and write those down. Feel free to trade them among the team. If one of you sees one that you think you would rather have, and you can convince your teammate to trade it, you're welcome to do so.
The jumpers want to jump farther.
I've used all my launch... Unless we can have a short rest, I have used all my launch charges, so I can't actually use them.
I think maybe Dreg should take the dex save one. Just a thought.
Also, what's everyone's
That
health
makes
at?
sense.
I've only lost
Otto's-
6 HP total.
Otto's looking pretty bad right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm a 62, and 10 of that is bonus health, so I'm fine.
How do you guys have so much HP? I'm at 4 out of 30.
Well, you gave me an
I'm at
additional
8.
5 max HP, and I get 12 because I'm a warlock. 12 temp as a warlock. So, oh, by the way,
God
my character's a
damn.
warlock. Surprise, surprise.
What?
The Eldritch Blast kind of gave it away.
What? No.
Oh,
What are you
I'm
at,
at
Drake?
8 out of 32.
Oh, so we're in the same boat a little bit here.
Yeah.
and because this is boss loot, when you pick it up, you feel the same energy, the same otherworldliness that you get from those celestial gears. Maybe,
Oh, so this stays.
perhaps,
Ah.
this is a permanent upgrade that you have unlocked from defeating my first boss.
Yeah.
Oh.
In that case, I would like to trade for the jumping boots.
For the jumping boot. What ones do you have?
Sneaking boots.
Yeah, that sounds important. Sure.
Drake, what do you?
What was the exact mechanics of the sneaking boots?
You make no sound while moving, and you have advantage when sneaking.
Advantage on sneaking. Okay. Boots of sneaking.
It would be thematically appropriate for us to switch, but also I feel like these help us at things we're not naturally good at. Because mine makes it so that I can't be, like, shoved or stuff like that. But it fits your role better. I don't know. Do you want to trade, or do you want to keep your sneaky boots?
Also,
Me?
the deck save boots are available for maybe one of these
Oh,
squishiers.
okay,
who
those are different
could
boots.
Use,
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all have good decks or not, but
I have
have-
solid decks.
I don't have great decks. I only
Um,
have a +1 to decks.
same here.
Well, I have solid decks when you account, like, proficiencies and stuff like that. Otherwise, it's not a great stat.
Okay.
Uh,
I could hold on to those too if you'd rather have the dex boots if you'd rather have that. But yeah, I was offering it to one of our squishier members.
And you can trade at any
I-
point too. So if
I
you need time to
suppose
think.
that is true. I am far squishier. Let me see the let me see those dex boots, and you can get the sneaky boots.
Sure. Okay. The dex boots.
Because you have double my HP. You made it sound like.
The dex
so-
boots will once per turn you can use a dex save to completely nullify attack, and you just have to meet the hit for it as a dex save. And then the sneaking boots were just
dex.
advantage on sneaks.
Advantage on sneaking, and you are silent.
Yeah, that works for Razer.
TC equals attack roll once per turn or once per round.
Per turn.
Once per turn.
Okay, cool,
Those are the best boots on the list.
cool.
Yeah, that's kind of insane.
I am also going to. I burned 3 sorcery points to get a second level spell slot back because I was out. I'm going to use a first level spell to cast Healing Word on myself.
Unless we can do a short rest. I don't
Unless
know
we can
what
do a short
how
rest.
you play the rules with short rests. And
So you could do a short rest here if you wanted to. There is another room on this floor that's kind of like getting through all the stuff you get for beating the boss. If you want to handle that before you do your short rest.
that works for me.
Let's do that before I cast another spell and see if there's perhaps a health potion in this next room.
And so moving forward to the door that was not actually open this whole time. That was just an illusion to try to make you all trust this man. You find a communications room. This is a magical hub. that
Yes,
is
we were
used
supposed to find out. Yes.
to communicate with there's plenty of different citadels and cities between different dimensions, all used by the gods to keep order. And now you have one. You can call for help if that's what you want.
Would I have any kind of
yeah.
knowledge on the best other citadel to call and how many other citadels potentially there are?
There are citadels between every plane of existence. The sort of the main one, the one that kind of gives its orders to everything, is the one between the mortal plane and heaven. The heavens or heaven. It's a little bit of a debate onto what exactly that means.
And do they rock with us or?
I mean, yeah, usually like you're all allies. Like,
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know because we're between hell, they're between heaven. They're like,
There's never been any issue in the past.
okay.
Well, that's ominous.
All right.
Yeah, the mortals also have never invaded.
Diplomacy alert, folks. I got this. I'll pick up the ringer. We're home free.
Maybe we should put that to a vote.
I mean, I'm sure Otto has plenty of experience with social matters and negotiation and that stuff. And the pro wrestler, I'm sure, is gifted at the art of gab.
I have yet to meet more than one person who does not dislike you.
And I'm sure that you have plenty of experience of using people as human meat shields and asking for assistance that way, so...
Dreg's gonna run for the phone. If you want to stop him, you gotta do it physically.
Razer does not move to stop him, but just like crosses her arms like, ugh.
I was kind of like, he is the ambassador of the mortal realm.
And he's
the
an
only diplomat
asshole.
on the party. Well, that doesn't mean much to me.
So Drek, you pick up this it's more of a stone than a phone. Kind of like a big pedestal focusy thing. You're an ambassador. You've worked one of these before. You know how to call the citadel of the god of light.
And I do that.
And somebody answers the phone and goes, "This is the citadel of light. Who's calling and from where?"
This is Dreg Douglas. I am a mortal diplomat in the Citadel, in the Clockwork Citadel. We have a situation down here. A time loop mortal realm is invading the Clockwork Citadel to get to hell. Situation.
He stops for a moment and he goes, "Did you say a time loop?"
Yes.
And you're aware that you're in a time loop?
Very fucking aware, yes.
This
Give me-
is why
give
I
me-
should have called.
One moment. And he stops
Frankly,
for a second.
I think even I could do better.
And then a moment later, he comes back with a person that you've not really seen before. It's a creature with many eyes and wings, standing in a vaguely humanoid shape. And when it speaks, it's not so much that you hear it as much as it is that you feel it in your bones. And it says, "Repeat your statement to me."
Yeah. We have a time loop in the clockwork, in the Citadel of Clockwork. The mortal realm is invading and trying to get into hell, and there are 4 of us stuck in a time loop, and there are mortals capable of getting into the time loop as well.
This was not ordained.
I should freaking hope not.
You should have lost immediately.
Excuse me?
This is not acceptable. And in a moment, this creature, this angel, looks at you like he's looking deep into your soul, Dreg Douglas.
Uh-oh.
Can you give me a charisma saving throw?
Yes, I super can. That's like the one thing I'm good with. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's a 17.
You feel like your soul is on fire.
That's tough.
That's rough, though.
Do you survive 76 points of damage?
I mean, maybe if I was at max, but I kind of had 8 health left. So, and also my max is 32, so like, kind of probably not. No.
Dreg Douglas, your eyes begin to glow with a fire that burns both physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And you realize in this moment that you have made a mistake. And then you explode and take 78 points of damage. And everyone else in the room also takes 78 points of damage.
Oh, man.
Yeah, well, okay. That's curtains.
Can we say that Dreg's the only one that physically explodes? Because he kind of deserves it.
Oh, well, you explode. They're caught in the blast of you.
Right, okay, yeah.
You said how much?
78 points of damage?
Yeah, I think that still gets you.
Dang it, so close.
Wait, could you have survived that?
There possibly with some finagling, but no.
Incredible. I hope that happens again in the future.
Yeah. Next time Drek calls him again, like, listen, asshole. And
Hey, there's always other places you can call. It's fine.
Hey, that seems like it would have happened anyway.
Yeah, that was gonna happen no matter who talked on the phone.
But of course it was Drag.
Yeah.
And so I think next time we will pick up in the void.
Yay! Void time.
Thank you everybody for watching. If you are a Patreon, you can hear us discuss how I didn't think this boss fight was going to get taken down on the first try on Backstage, the after show with a name.
Whoa! Good job.
hey, you nailed it.
Thank you. Oh my god, yeah, I got it right. I had to do the promo for the midweek ones, and so I did say it like 4 times and go, fuck, okay, I have to re-record.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you all next week. Does anyone have anything they want to plug at the end of the episode, or are we good to close it?
Google my name and find me and give me money for stuff I do, probably.
Google us and give us money. We're all
Hell
Googleable.
yeah.